hello, hello. Wednesday's here.
That's right.
Wednesday wisdom.
Wednesday wisdom. I don't know about the wisdom, but the Wednesday is here.
You haven't gotten any wisdoms today?
Not a bit.
No, not a nugget.
Working all day, head's all clouded. Just one of those days, and I hope you guys' day wasn't like that. Hope you guys had a great day. Hope you had a great time. Hope you had great stories from today. We are getting some rain. I'm praying and praying and praying, and I'm not a praying man, that we don't lose power. Toronto got hit with a really bad storm a couple hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Really bad.
Go check hashtag #OnStorm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
See.
Not nice weather at all. So we're hoping that the same doesn't happen to us. We are getting rain right now, but let's hope it just stays at that.
And this is my late treat. Breezy's is our life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Artemorbid, highly suggest for your weather. So, hello. Now I'm ready.
Hello. How are you tonight? Good to see everybody here. Hey there, you are live. Yes, we are, Violet. And how are you? Welcome. Welcome to you all. Irvin the Paid Tourist, where are you at tonight, my friend? Are you parked for the night? Are you still rolling on? Artemorbid. Man, you see, we break up live streams a lot, but Xenia and I are sitting like beside each other on separate couches. We're always on some live streams, breaking
almost
them up.
on top of each other.
I didn't want to say it. There you go. Oh man, that black and white you're running looks so sick. I had to tell you that. I every time I see it, then now the minute you're here, I just wanted to take that chance to tell you. Love it. So classic. So you. I love it. It's that old black and white. I remember from the 80s, like bands, those underground bands like Celtic Frost and those guys. They used to use that type of black and white, really rich. Looks great.
And yeah, Artemorbid, wink, wink, wink. Dirty here too. I have a secret. He's single and naked. Ladies. And don't ask me, how do I know that? But yeah, he's such an amazing creator. Photography beyond. And we have sent your way in the last couple of streams. We've been talking about vlogging and photography, and especially about your amazing mini camera. And we have sent a couple of people your way to check out on your vlogs of Chicago streets.
You scared the poor boy because he said, "Oh no," because he was just talking about naked, and then you were talking about mini, so you terrified him.
Oh. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry.
You always got to put at least 2 sentences between that and anything that contains mini.
I'm sorry, Artemorbid. I didn't know it's a secret. I thought it's part of an ad for a single guy looking. Excuse them all.
Nathan, I'm going to steer this one free, Artemorbid, when I got your back. Nathan likes drums. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Terrell, the original, as always, you are so fantastic. I don't know what we do without you. I really don't know. You're one of those people that even when everybody does, we lose hope on the internet sometimes. We think, I don't know, the web is a hard place, and it's a place that sucks the life at you sometimes. And you're just one of those people that always kind of brings me back about the whole YouTube scene when I need it. So it's always great to have you here.
And Artemorbid also has a new video out today too. That's right. Thank you, Violet Bird.
I have. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I'm
catching up. I was on a live stream, and I'm catching up. Definitely going to look because I'm very inspired by his work, by his photography. This one covers the festival, I think. So
Neil is in the house. Neil,
Neil. We are talking dirty. Are you naked? You're not single, but are you naked now? Artemorbid is secret. So.
Oh God, Artemorbid, you're way too kind. God. Hi, Divine Tiffany. How are you?
I can see which way this stream is going to be going.
Yeah. What do you guys think of that picture today for our guest tonight? I love that video. There's a guy who's really upped his game on doing videos.
Yes.
Really good.
I must say, to interrupt you, he went back to what he initially was doing.
That's true.
Yeah,
true. That is true.
His older stuff is quite amazing as well.
Yeah, that's a fair. A fair point. He is really good, especially the last couples. She's right. Going back to your old stuff, and it's killer. It really is. Who else we got in here? You want to do roll call, hon?
Yes, of course. Let's see who is in tonight on our.
Oh, look who just showed up!
Wow!
It's a very, very long name. I was wondering how you were doing. I was just thinking of you yesterday. How you doing?
Hello. Wow, Reese is back. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Artem Orbit. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Very sweet of you.
He's such a pleasant guy. We need more like you on YouTube, my friend.
Yes. So, Artem Orbit, of course. Beauty in the Bar, which one of the ladies is in today? Divine Tiffany, welcome.
Wow.
Erwin the Bay Tourist, of course, and Neil from Healers and Heathens. Nathan likes drums, welcome. Panic D Videos, you are guys out on your travels. Loved your photos on Instagram. Looking forward to a video and stream on Saturday. Our guest for tonight, Razorian Buck. Welcome.
Welcome, my friend. Sorry, I'm doing something like
Carol, the original, of course, and Violet Bird. And for those of you who are not in the chat right now, hi as well. Say hi if you can. If not, if you're just listening to us in your headphones or while you're doing busy something, that's okay too. Hope you're having a good evening. Dad Piranha is in as well.
Hey,
welcome.
How are you doing?
Thank you. Yeah, we're okay.
We appreciate you checking by, and that, man, life comes up. We understand that, and anytime you can drop by, like we've always said, we appreciate any time you can spend with us. But real life comes first.
You know, it was so. I was thankful and touched, but at the same time, I thought, oh my God, guys, life first. Down the Rabbit Hole was commenting on yesterday's stream. She apologized that she couldn't make it because she was at the emergency, waiting for a doctor. She had a blood clot in her leg.
Yeah.
And she was apologizing that was the reason why she couldn't make the live stream yesterday. And I thought, oh my God, guys, I mean, it's great that you come in. We love having you.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing to hang around with you, but you know, life comes first.
Exactly.
Internet is internet, and life comes first, and especially something like that. Please don't be sorry. Just come and say hi when you can.
You guys always have a home here. And we always think about you. We care about you. And we hope to know if something ever happens in your life, if you can ever let us know. But real life comes first. Family comes first. All those things. So it's always a pleasure when you're here. But like she was a great example of it today. I know I seen that. And I'm like, oh, God. Like,
yeah.
The last thing I have to do is apologize.
I hope she can pop you later. If not, definitely get in touch with her again to see if she's okay. And yeah, we miss you too, Helos. I'm secretly planning a trip down there for the summer.
There you go.
Through Chicago to warmer places. Well, Chicago is too hot too, but yes. WV Moderate is in. WV Moderate is our guest tomorrow.
Yes, that's right. I'm just looking at his site again.
If you're all excited about bikes, ever wanted to ride one, this is a guy you want to follow, and you want to come tomorrow and see him talking about that and talk some music too. He's some musician as well.
That's
so
right.
Definitely, that's tomorrow.
Oh man, is it ever humid this rain? I hope we get it. I don't want to get as bad as Toronto, but enough that it takes it out of the sky.
Yeah,
we're gonna pay for it.
You really got to check that hashtag on Storm, or check our Twitter. I actually retweeted one of the videos that people posted, and it just came out of nowhere and just literally swept everything away. So,
it's giving me Urban Debate Tourist. Does OBS cost or have to sign in for? There's no cost to it. It's open source. I don't know a lot about. Neil, actually from Hill and Heathen, maybe could give you a bit more advice on it. That's one person I know right here that uses it. I believe Artem Orbit uses it as well.
Yeah, guys, message them anytime. I'm sure they won't mind, right, guys?
Yeah. I don't know why you're getting the error message onto it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be their problems any.
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm not sure at all.
What did we do yesterday?
What
did we do yesterday?
What did we do yesterday?
Yeah.
On through the day or on the show last night?
On a show last night. For those who haven't visited us yesterday,
oh, we
what did we do
thumbnail?
yesterday?
Oh, we gotta get them to those guys as well.
Well, I couldn't get my banner out because it's not on social media and I don't have email.
Oh, okay.
So I'm waiting tonight. Maybe I will get the contact.
Well, okay.
Yes.
We were making thumbnails for people. They were putting in requests. We did a couple of them. We did Hosier.
Yep.
We did Lodge. We
yep.
did Lodge. And Toyman.
Yep.
Yep.
We were showing kind of live tutorial about how to do a thumbnail or a YouTube channel art on Photoshop or Canvas.
Yep.
So you can follow along how we do it. And at the end, we gave away the product to the person. Still pending to send. But that's what we were doing yesterday. And some also other questions as well. Some other questions about video, of course, and YouTube as well. But that's what we mainly were doing yesterday. So if you're interested in follow along tutorial, that's what we were doing yesterday. And guys seem to be quite satisfied with what they got. Hopefully, gonna see it soon on their channels as well. Dad's Piranha took footage of a 40-foot tree that fell over in my yard last Saturday, squashed my daughter's trampoline, and I have the footage. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I read part of it. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I will definitely check that out. That's crazy. Oh, Hilos, you're so sweet. Yeah, Arminda Pay Tourist was asking about OBS. They're having some trouble, so I just wondered if maybe you know something more about that. Yes, Reese, I did see your comment. You've been working hard. So it's...
we're proud of you.
We're very proud of you. I know it's hard, it's hot, and it's long days, but we're proud of you. So keep it up, and thank you for joining in tonight.
We're just glad to know how you were doing. We do wonder about you. We're always wondering. And I'm very glad you're keeping busy. So, guys, can you hear the fan in the microphone? Just out of curiosity. I'm trying to find a spot where I get it as close as possible, but without messing with the sound.
I can't hear it. Okay, guys, smash that like button and smash that share button. Go and share our live stream. And if you are too lazy to do that, go over to our Twitter, of course, and share one of our tweets about this live stream today. Let everybody know that Razorian Buck is going to be on tonight in just a little bit of time. The more, the merrier. So thumbs up and share. Share.
What is on? I even put the fan on. What is wrong with you?
Hello, Juliet. Juliet is in the studio.
Our bourbon girl. How are you?
And they can't hear the fans. I'll see. Wife is always right.
Didn't go that far, but anyway.
Yeah, I'm on a weird mood today.
Oh, that's the understatement of the century. That's...
See, you guys, you only have to hang out with me for a couple hours, and it's not mandatory. You can always just click X. But I appreciate your devotion and patience.
No problem.
In this time.
It's a labor of love.
Labor, definitely. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and reshare one of my posters for today, so you guys can do that too.
If you can share
live
it, really does help,
now.
Guys. Thank you so much in advance. So yeah, let's see. Let's do another round here. Participants got Art of Morbid. We got Beauty and the Burr. We got Benjamin Chavez is here. The Styling Man.
Ben, by the way, did not so long ago Down the Rabbit Hole called him out for Summer Vacation Tag, and he did a video on it just a couple of days ago, so you can go check it out.
Did a good job onto it.
Yeah.
That's Piranha, the 40-foot tree. That's I got to see that video, by the way. Divine Tiffany is here. Juliet, Halos, Panic D, Razorian. Subscribe to my new channel, Reese Mill Off Road Adventure. I like that. And Terrell, the original. Just to name a few. Just to name a few. And if I missed you, we'll definitely catch you up in a little bit. Like I say, I'm sad because the rain was coming down decently and it stopped. Skies are really gray. I'm hoping it rains hard enough to get this so we don't pay for it the next couple of days in intense humidity here because it is going to be hot, but not enough that it knocks out the power. So knock on wood, and let's hope it doesn't come to that. So.
I would knock on something too, but that would be appropriate. Okay.
What are you on? Not that I mind, but I'm just here. Hi, you're still going to be there when you come back. God. Yeah.
And with that, guys, I'm going to be more in the chat tonight. And we'll try to refrain from my comments on that show.
And the project we're working on. Yeah.
Thank you, Beauty in the Bird.
Oh, you want to do a blue wrench selfie? Yes.
Oh, yes. My goodness. How could we forgotten that?
I think she's been watching old 70s game shows lately and trying to mimic their excitement for stuff.
I don't have my phone. Oh.
Here, use mine.
Oh, no. Okay, so hashtag Blue Wrench selfie group. No, hashtag Blue Wrench group.
I'll give it to you. Hang on.
Hashtag Blue Wrench group. You post that on Twitter. And let everybody know.
Especially if you can do a selfie with yourself watching the live stream. If you can, that's even icing on the cake. Wrench group. Blue Wrench group. There we go. Okay. This would help if I switch the screen. There we go.
Your phone is better for that.
Yeah. There you go, whichever one. Work your magic. Make it happen. The thing that's really good, all the wrenches are the same size. That's true. Hey, Coast to Coast Drones, how are you? Welcome. How you doing? Great to have you back. Remember to pay tourists. This error means you don't have permission to download the file from the server. Just never seen this message. Well, yes, I have. I shouldn't have. In there. That's strange. Really strange. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Log out, log in, back in, and try again. Maybe just a glitch.
Reese says, don't be proud. Feel sad for my parents. I'm running them like crazy, LOL, and have to go cook dinner. I might be back later. Well, if you can make it back, love to have you. Love to have you, sir. How are things with you, Coast to Coast? That's a really good name, by the way. Oh my God, you guys come up with some really good ones. I often wonder, I'd like to do that some night, just have everybody doing the shit about how they came up with their names and stuff.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Because there's a story just in that, like how you just came up with it. Because it is a commitment. I mean, yes, you can change them for sure, but I mean, once you start building the brand, you know, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I tweeted out ours, so tweet out yours. So let us see how you look today. And Archimorbid, cover up. Before you do your selfie. WJ, why do I call you WJ?
I don't know. WJ, welcome, my friend. Good to have you. You were doing some furniture shopping tonight and everything and that. I hope it all went well. Coast to Coast, pretty good. Came to see how you guys are doing. Been taking bids on a new deck. Would have rather been here, LOL. Well, I hope it went well, though. Once again, guys, I'll put up that hashtag.
Yeah, we just, for those of you who just came in, we're just doing our how would you call it?
Our pre-talk, our pre-chat.
Pre-chat, yes,
Yeah.
but we also are tweeting out a selfie of
okay.
or if you can do a selfie of you watching our live stream and just tweet it out with hashtag Blue Range Group, and then you can see other people as well when you click on the on the hashtag.
So if you can even, like I say, especially if you can take one of yourselves watching a live stream, we love that kind of stuff. Very, very, very cool. And we're going to bring on our guest in just a moment. Just a moment. We're going to see here.
Flubbin' Epic. Hello. How are you doing tonight?
Flubbin' Epic. I love it.
Can't do a selfie. Just got out of shower. That's the exact time to do a selfie. It's your face, girl.
Jeez.
Wet hair face.
Oh, wow, Ben.
Oh,
that's right.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh.
Yeah, that gets a big. Too bad we couldn't put 2 hearts in there.
Yes, you're definitely gonna go and check out Blue Range Group hashtag. Click on it, and you're gonna see such a sweet picture. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's. I want you to go see it if you can, because this definitely deserves a heart share. But just because, like, in case you don't get there, I had to show you. Isn't that nice?
Yes. So sweet. My goodness. Love that.
Flubbin' Epic. How you doing? Well, Flubbin' Epic likes drums too. Excellent.
You guys are funny.
Well, I guess it's that time. What do you think, huh?
Yeah, I think it's that time.
It's that time. It's that time. It's that time. There you go, Razorian. Whenever you're ready, my friend, come on up. I think it was like a gas leak in here today or something like that.
Maybe we should be careful.
Yeah. Smoke them if you got them.
What? No, don't. It's not a hint. Don't anybody think like that. Corn Life Network. Hello,
hey!
Welcome.
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, long time no see. How is the married life going?
Welcome.
Hashtag Blue Range Group selfie out there.
There we go.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
we're
pass
doing
it
right
again.
now.
Picture of you guys selfie watching the live stream. Welcome, Regan Live Laugh Love. How are you?
Your Blue Range groupie selfie challenge tonight, Panic D. Oh my god. Happy Trails Hiking. Hello. Yeah. Yes. Hashtag Blue Range Group. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yep.
Brooke is sick. Oh no.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Going great. Brooke is sick.
What's wrong?
Doesn't sound good. Doing great. Brooke is sick. I wanted to laugh at the statement since they're both in the same sentence, but I really hope it's nothing serious though. Groupie. Yeah, and Reagan is Razorian Buck groupie. That's great. Yes. Perfect. Well, he's going to be on in a couple of minutes. And while we are waiting for him to come, there is time for you to tweet out that selfie of yours. Let everybody see who you are. Let us get to know you.
Yep.
Hashtag Blue Ranch Group. Check it out. Other people as well.
Well, your way.
She just got a cold. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, summer is such nasty time of getting colds. Especially like we don't run AC, but especially with AC everywhere, like in the malls and in the cars. You know, you go from hot to cold, and it's so easy to get hot. And you guys weren't here. Our daughter was really badly sick like a week ago for the whole week. So she had a stomach virus though, but still, it's just so many people are getting
Razorian, I just sent you the link. It should open automatically. If you have any trouble, just send me the email address for your Hangouts account, and I'll send you that, and it should make it connect faster. I just sent it to you on Twitter.
Oh, jeez, yeah. You can't do that.
Oh, yeah, you're working tonight. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, not a good time to be working on that.
Okay, by the way, for those of you who are Instagram buffs, just while I'm doing some sharing here, did you know that you can share your Instagram story directly to your Facebook story as well now? One of the recent updates, when you put a story on Instagram, once it's posted, you can just click on the bottom on Facebook logo, and it will automatically share to connected account on Facebook, which I find is really good because don't have to do double work. So that's for somebody who has Instagram. I know lots of people here. I know lots of people here, like Corn Life has multiple accounts there. I know Arkham Orbit has, and Razorian Buck too, and Ben, of course, and Beauty and Burr Girls has it. So just sharing for you. And you can share a story. If I tag you in the story, like I did today with Razorian Buck, and I do with people who have Instagram and are on our lives, I tag you in. You can actually share that story on your own story as well, which wasn't possible before.
Hey,
so I love that.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
How's it going?
Good. And yourself?
I'm so dark.
I like it. You always got the mood thing going on. I never know what you're going to bring to the table when I see you go live.
Good. I just gotta check something here. I got the stream going, so okay, we're here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had to turn the stream off, so I heard you guys talking twice, and I wasn't sure which one was talking to me.
Chat go if you want, though.
What's that?
You can pause the stream and leave the chat running if you want to see what's being.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to do. I was just
and you're watching the controls as well. So,
how are you guys?
Doing good. Good, and you?
I just gotta find the stream again now, so I got the chat because I saw lots of awesome people in there.
I'll send you.
It's here somewhere. I'll find it.
Good.
Yeah, it's good to be on.
Two Wheel Fix is listening to us tonight while working, so I just wanted to say a quick hi to you, and all the way over there. So I'm so happy you're here. Great channel, guys. By the way, really great content. Another guy to check. You're all great content, of course. So I hope if you're not connected with each other, do. If you're somebody new and connects with us, please leave a message. So as soon as we're done the live stream, I can go check you out as well.
Are we allowed to support? Yeah, you can go over and check the channels. We don't do here subscribe.
Like it's not like a free for all. That's not the main thing here, but definitely get to know each other. Yeah, but
if you want to go and check, who can tell you not to?
Exactly.
It's a good bonus here. So go and check people out if you haven't.
And thank you for asking, by the way. That was really straight nice up to you.
So all right, I'm good now. I think, except for the whole dark lighting.
You're still coming in good, though. I can still see you well.
Well, you know what? I got the settings here for my camera, and I thought you guys are so good at your color management and your video. Maybe you could help me out here.
I don't know.
What? See, let's see. I got gain. How's that?
Too bright?
Is that too bright?
Yeah.
I got more color. This is what I got to work with. Exposure, gain, brightness, contrast. Contrast. All right. See, again from the pros here.
Well,
whoa.
It's tricky.
Yeah, that's better.
It's tricky, eh?
You're getting, already your face. You're getting more color back into it.
That's
good. All right. How do I look?
You look amazing.
That's perfect.
You're sexy beast. As calls that all the time.
Oh my goodness. Well, who does it? Oh, Donnie
Shaw. Donnie. Yeah. Sexy beast. So yeah.
So I could have prepared it a little bit more for the stream, but for some reason I decided to pull out a box of Lego. And I made a couple Lego figures here.
Wow.
That's one of you.
Oh.
I know you can't really tell too well. I know it's a little blurry. And then Andrew, I couldn't find the hair, but I got your face pretty good.
Oh.
And you got a little guitar there.
You're amazing. Oh my God. This is so funny.
Oh yeah.
You gotta take a picture of that so we can post it on Twitter.
Yes.
I will.
Do a selfie with them and put it up.
So
live with Andrew and Xenia.
I will. I'll do that for sure.
Oh, that's what I love about your live streams. I never know what's coming next. You got me hooked as soon as I go in. Even before I go in, I'm like, I'll see your title be like, because why not? And I love.
Yeah, well, I also don't know what's coming next either, so it's mutual.
That's kind of been your mantra in your life, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because you've talked about it before in your streams, and that there's always like a bit of like this spontaneity, we'll call it, like always going on.
Yeah, a lot in the music. So like I've done like music for 25 years now, and when you try to rehearse something really, really well, then there's just more stuff that can go wrong.
Yes.
But when you just play it by ear, you know, then I don't know, you just deal with the issue at hand, right?
That's right. That's
so,
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a common thing with not even just musicians. I mean, most people who have a strong arts background, scheduling is not their favorite thing usually. They don't like to be tied by anything. It's a blessing and a curse, you know, like everything else. There's a give and take. And the same as a corporate guy is very regimented, but very poor at letting go a lot of times.
I had to double check to make sure that this was today because scheduling. Because Andrew, it was you that was in the stream, right? And you're like, want to be on? And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just take a screenshot of you telling me. And then that ended up as, you know, a JPEG file in a folder somewhere.
Another ones.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you made it, though.
Yes.
Yes.
And
me too.
This is long overdue, because I mean, we've known each other pretty much since we've gotten into this whole thing, and we've had you on with the Manic Monday with Rick and everybody else.
Yeah, that was fun.
We haven't talked before.
Yeah, I didn't mind waiting. I was like, oh, I know that these guys got something going on that's really good, you know, and like I was like, let's let them fine tune it, you know, and then I'll jump on.
Oh,
just a second.
I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you broke up. Yeah. We lost you. You said just about something, and then we lost you.
I don't know what I was saying, but
we had something going on. You said you didn't mind waiting.
I didn't mind waiting to be on the show, right, and let you guys fine tune everything.
Oh, thank you. We're still doing that. If you're waiting for the fight part, I'm afraid that could be a few more episodes down the road, but. Like we said, we were that's the whole point of it, is the conversation. And like Xenia does a lot of digging when she gets a chance. She'll go in, she'll find blogs that people don't usually talk about they had,
like your other two channels, and beautiful pictures of you playing guitar.
Yeah, I got a couple other channels, but the vlogging channel I'm trying to move over here because it doesn't make sense to have like 3 channels going, especially with the way YouTube is now, right?
Yeah, that's kind of like, that was a 2014 idea. Who was it? I just seen one of the big ones talking about that, you know, like around 2014, you know, everybody had like 5. PewDiePie was saying it. That's exactly what was saying it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one had their gaming channel, and they had to have their vlogging channel, then they had to have their talking channel. Like there was 8 channels, you know, by the time they were done. But yeah.
Well, when I first started getting into YouTube, one of the people I used to watch all the time was Matt Santoro.
Oh yeah.
He was one that kind of like I tried to focus not to be like, but as far as separating the channels and all this stuff.
Well, I mean, that was a good guy to watch. I mean, you know, you were definitely, your eye was on the point for him.
And also, like, he's from Toronto, and you know, we're in Canada, so it was kind of cool for that reason too.
Well, I think that's the thing about it. Like, Canadians are doing quite well in YouTube. I mean, we have some really pretty high-profile guys going at the moment.
We do, and not just on YouTube, but also just music-wise.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Definitely. Even like, you know, we were talking about these people getting noticed on YouTube. As much as everybody hates him, and don't come shitting on me when I mention his name, anybody in the chat.
Oh, I already know where this is going.
Yeah, you know who got noticed. It's either one or two. It's either a band or a singer in Canada.
Yeah.
And it's the singer. But I mean, he noticed on YouTube. I mean, you know, it does show you how things have changed. I mean, I'm not saying I like his music. I'm not standing up for him. But it just shows you how YouTube has taken over, and that's where people are getting noticed now a lot. It's changed the whole face of music for directors we've spoken about from Norway. Was it Norway?
Yep.
That got noticed and now is making feature films and stuff like that.
Yeah, Lights Out. I don't know if you heard about it.
No, I haven't.
It was just a regular guy, so to say, just posting like horror clips, little clips, like 3 minutes with his wife in it, you know, just amateur kind of stuff. But and there was one 3-minute video called Lights Out, and somebody in Hollywood noticed it and approached him, asked him to make a full feature movie in Hollywood from it, like based from that 3-minute clip. And now and now he's in Hollywood on his 3rd movie right now, earning millions and millions of dollars. Just a random video on YouTube, so you never know, right?
My new friend.
Yeah. Yes.
I call him friend.
Give him a wrench.
Yes, he's got the whole thing. He gets the wrench, he gets the monkey bar, everything.
But it just shows. It just gets to show you, you know, that you just gotta keep doing what you love doing, you know, and eventually, if you know, somebody might notice it. You never know.
And it's a great forum. Like you're not. I think I'm still a good bit older than you, but I believe, but still. You know, we come from a time where we didn't have this platform. This platform does open you up for anybody playing music, acting, whatever. It's a whole new option that never existed before.
No, we had just MySpace.
Yes, God, yes. See, times
were hard.
I was a father by the time MySpace came out, so but for the wrong reasons.
Oh man, who was it that purchased MySpace and it never got back to where it was supposed to be, or
and they figured
what they want?
God sent, you know, that it would never fail.
I think sometimes they purchase it just to squish it out of the market.
The bigger ones do, but this one he wanted to run with it. I remember.
Oh yeah.
It was a musician, wasn't it? Like some famous artist that bought it. Some rapper or something.
I can't even.
I don't know.
What it is, but yeah, they thought it was going to be the golden eagle, and those golden eagles, it ends up crapping on you in the end. So you know. But it was big at the time. I mean, it was huge. Look at MSN Messenger. Nobody ever thought that would ever go away.
Yeah.
Do you remember ICQ?
No.
Justin Timberlake.
That's
really? Wow. I never even heard about it.
That's who bought it. That's right.
Oh, really? Holy cow. Well, that's probably pennies for him, so it's okay.
Yeah. And he was featuring himself when he bought it. Like every time you go onto it, that's right. It was him all the time in the front. I couldn't remember who, but I remember they were getting plastered.
I didn't know he got it. Wow.
Yeah, MySpace is still open for sure. It's
yeah. I had to go back there and find all my old photos. It wasn't easy. The layout was different.
It's changed. Yeah, I know. And it's amazing that it's still running, though. It's a lot of those old things are still running when you go back. That ICQ just message, like I mentioned, that was an old messaging system from the beginning of the 2000s. I can still remember my number, 7560841.
Oh, hold on.
I forget everything else in my life. I remember nothing that's important and mostly anything that's unimportant as well. But for some reason, that stupid number still. So I went on 2 years ago and tried it. And sure enough, I got in with my old password. Because I used my password back then for everything. And there's still one guy I know from Toronto that's still on it. And it showed him away. And it's like, God help me. Please tell me you came on at the exact same time as me to see this stupid thing still works. And you're not using it, you know?
It's like, I don't know where everyone went. I've been here for years.
Oh, yeah, he has Farmal Fanatic 8675309 from the song. Funny guy.
So I decided to move my webcam up higher, but the video is way down here with the chat, so it's like weird. I'm trying to look up.
Well, yeah, put it where you're
look down at the same time.
And Xenia's watching the chat as well. Anything that's questions or stuff like that, she's gonna have. So also that's true, guys. If you have any questions for Razorian, I know you guys get to see him live lots of times, but if there's anything you've always wanted to ask him and Evan, please.
Yeah, I'll answer any question.
Benjamin Chavez says, I used to do MIRC. Me too. That was a lot of fun. And Flubin Epic had an IQ number, not IQ number, God, but 4,000. ICQ number of 4,000 something.
Oh my God.
Oh my. So I'm going to ask you the big question right away. And you've seen this question, or heard this question before, I'm sure, being here.
16 inches.
Oh, we're into the section already. Sorry.
Okay. Never mind. Go on.
Are you talking about that bat that's on the picture?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I got to get into that after. I definitely want to talk about that. But I want to go back where you feel, and this is where you feel comfortable. Like I always say to everybody, if it's elementary school, where you were born, high school, and just kind of give us a few minutes just telling us all about yourself, where you want to kind of set the history about you.
Yeah. Okay. So I grew up in Vancouver, and in high school, I learned how to play the guitar. After that, I joined a band and started doing the band thing after high school. And I don't know, after years and years and years, I had a bit of success, but not much, had a core group of people kind of like this coming to shows. And, but it never took off, when you're a little kid, you want to be a rock star and all that, and never quite happened. And, but I've been in a punk band, and I still kind of am because we're like family. So the band's never actually over. But the band is called Cocos and Friends, where I played guitar and did backup vocals. And then I started doing solo projects because musicians can be so flaky that it's hard to keep a band together. But when you're doing your own stuff, then you can only blame yourself, right?
Yeah.
So I've done a whole bunch of albums. I got a whole stack of albums I've done. And 4 years ago, one of my good buddies, his name's Dan, and he has a YouTube channel called Crazy Bag Cuber. And his YouTube channel is quite big. He's got 100,000 subscribers or more, something like that. And he told me I should get into YouTube. And I said, that's your thing. You do the YouTube thing. I'm the musician kind of guy. And he's like, no, I'll help you out and all this, and I'll get you started. And any questions, I'll pass on what I know. So I was like, well, okay, I'll give this a shot. And I spent months trying to think of what my YouTube channel would be about. And I wanted it to be open, that I can make any type of video that I just felt like making at the time.
Right.
I didn't want to limit myself. So the thing that kept popping into my head was Seinfeld. They had a show about nothing. So I thought, why don't I make a channel about nothing? Which in retrospect, it wasn't the best idea, because it's really hard to tag your videos and get noticed when every single video is completely different.
Hashtag nothing. Hashtag show about nothing.
Yeah. There's not a lot of people searching nothing on YouTube. But it's a comedy channel, right? I just make fun and stuff. And
yeah.
So, but every video is about something different. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Well, that was your music side, but I want to touch a little bit more. And like I say, you don't have to go into all kinds of film or anything, but also too about just what you were like growing up. You lived in Vancouver. You pretty much lived there most of your childhood and teens, correct?
Yeah. Well, this is even a more interesting story.
Okay.
So, when I left high school, and I had to go into the working force, and I worked and tried to do this band thing, and I don't know, I didn't like working a lot, and so I'd always have a job for 6 months and then quit, and then get broke, and then get another job, and then eventually, our family's been really poor and stuff through my entire life. So eventually my mom decided that she was going to move up to Empress, Alberta. And I decided I was going to stay in Vancouver and just figure stuff out. So she left, and I actually moved onto the streets, and I was living on the streets for 6 months.
Wow. Like
and
around things area?
No. That was way too harsh for me.
I'm glad.
But yeah, kind of like Burnaby and New Westminster.
Right.
And, did couch surfing and stuff, and was in the band. And I remember playing shows at like clubs and stuff. And my singer would come with a big green van and just pick me up on the side of the road. And we'd go play a show. And then he always said he'd feel really bad because he used to just drop me off somewhere. So I'd be like, okay, you could drop me off here. And so I've had, I don't know, it was kind of my own choice,
Yeah.
I could have.
But it still doesn't make it any less easy. I mean, it's
yeah.
And
I mean, I just wanted some, like, I don't know, I needed some life adventure. Like there just needed to experience some things that I never experienced before.
A lot of musicians and rock musicians have those stories, but I find with punk and those more niche markets, there's a lot of self-exploration that's going on all the time, and like wanting to feel like not just out of the box, but like kind of out of the box looking in, and there's more craving for that. I've heard many stories in that area more related to what you're just saying in there than mainstream rock, even metal,
Yeah, definitely. But anyways, I did that for a bit, and then I would go up to Alberta and visit my mom for a bit, and then I go back and try to be a musician and get a job at a liquor store or something. And then then I met a woman and ended up getting her pregnant, and I was happy about it. And I was like, oh, wow. And it's like big change in life. Like I got to start taking things seriously now, right? So still did the music thing, made a bunch of albums, but tried to stick to a job best I could and stuff. But yeah, that didn't work out, which, a lot of relationships don't. So
exactly.
And so my son Levi, when he was about 3 or something, is when we broke up. And then I would take him on weekends and stuff like that. And there was also a transition point where I was acting stupid, and then things weren't working out. But after, time went by, then things get a little bit better and easier, and try to work with each other for the sake of the kid. And now my last job I had for like 3 years, and I was cutting steel and copper and stuff. And I just got tired of it, just because I don't know, you make enough to survive, but you don't ever make enough to like get anywhere, right? So and my mom phoned, and she said, Leah, I'm getting older, I could really use your help here in Alberta. And I was like, well, I don't really want to cut copper for the rest of my life, so it's a win-win situation. So I moved up to Alberta to help look after my mom, and my son, just through things that happened, ended up coming with me, and now I got him full time.
That's
amazing.
And you guys got such a bond between the two of you. And I watch you guys, and you can see where you're not, I don't want to say making up time, you're making good time. Like for the weekends that you're the week parts that you didn't have, you're more than making up for it now. You guys are really like connected, your friends and father and son all at the same time.
It's fun when he's on your live streams, when he jumps on sometimes. And you both, like kids, both of you.
Yeah.
Well, he's in the other room and he might stop in, but I told him, I said, this is not a live stream on my channel, so we can't just you can't just crash the party, because that's what he loves to do.
I like when you guys get texting back and forth before it all happens, somebody's bothered.
You can see it all coming.
Yeah, you can see like a game, like, oh yeah, I give him 5 minutes. Yeah, I think quicker than that. Yeah, sure enough. But it's nice. So I'm happy for you. And that, like, I'm divorced, and my oldest son is 20, and that was hard. And I moved out to Saskatchewan for the simple reason it was easier for immigration for Xenia. And my son used to come out twice a year. And one time he came out, and we were making good money out there. It was good work. I was working the oil fields, and I wasn't home. And I'm not much of a home person. I can live anywhere in the world. That would be my home. But my son was the only thing that could make that feel out of place. And he came to visit us in the summer. Yeah. And he was leaving Monday morning by plane. We had to drive him to Saskatchewan, to Regina, to get to the airport. We were living in Yorkton at the time. Yeah. Yeah. So he had to leave Monday. It was Friday morning, and I went to Xenia. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. And she knew this already. She was well prepared. And she goes, you want to move back? And I'm like, yeah, I can't be this far from him. He's growing too fast. So we planned it out, went on Kijiji, found an apartment in Montreal, agreed to it, called them, got a U-Haul. He helped me pack up, took him to the airport, and we fell behind him. We had a 4-month-old and a 4-year-old in the back in the car, and drove 3,500 kilometers to Montreal. And yeah, it was wow. Yeah, we were driving too. God, the first part we left Saskatchewan. We never stopped till we hit Thunder Bay.
Yeah, it was some drive. Yeah, it was like 3 days, I think, from Saskatchewan to Montreal. Yeah,
with a
back then, like when I take them on weekends or something, it was more like, rather than father and son, it was like two friends hanging out. Yeah. You know, it was his weekend. You get to, stay up all night and play video games and stuff. Now that I have them full time, it's like I have to make that weird transition where it's like now I have to put my foot down and stuff like that, right? And that has probably been the hardest thing for me to learn.
Yeah, right? I know. And I can see that in you too. Like sometimes you'll tell them like, okay, now we got to stop. And I see you, it's almost like you've taken like a minute's worth of breath before you get that thing to say, like, Yeah. But it's the best thing for them at the same time. It's a mix, you don't want to lose the friend side, but yeah, first and foremost, you're a dad, and you're taking it on well.
Thank you.
How long has it been since you guys been in Alberta?
Well, we got up here last year.
And how are you finding it since you moved here?
I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
Do you want someone to sleep on your couch? So. Okay, I'll give you a second.
So good. This is what I love most about you. I never know what's coming. I love it.
So I live in this small town. It's called Empress, Alberta, and it's by Saskatchewan. And the population is like 164 people. Ooh. And there's horses and cows and chickens and bunny rabbits and old people. And that's all we have.
Are you north or south?
I don't know. We're right on the Saskatchewan border, so I don't know. I don't know my south and east.
Oh, are you closer to the States, or are you up more like to the U.S.?
I don't think we're near the border.
Empress, you said, right?
Yeah.
You piqued my curiosity. I'm like that. Continue. I'm going to look it up at the same time.
The Saskatchewan border is actually across the street from our house. So if
oh my God,
there's a barbed wire fence, and if I jump over the fence, I'm in Saskatchewan.
Oh really?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, you're not kidding. Yeah, you are on the. Wow.
That's barbed wire fence with a border on Saskatchewan. That's interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah, you're on the south side. Yeah, you're down more towards Medicine Hat. Okay.
Sometimes people here make fun of the Saskatchewans, but we've yet to build a giant wall.
You heard it here, folks. Things are getting rough in Empress.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And your mom and she wants to stay there?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like there's certain stuff she can't do. Like she needs me up here like I'm the one who cuts the grass, right? She's not going to pull out a lawnmower kind of thing, right?
Right.
So, but eventually we're looking at other options. So, because I have a sister and a brother too that live not too far away, Vernon and Calgary.
Right.
So we've been talking to them, and we'll see what the future is. So,
well, yeah, because you need options for you as well. I mean,
so the older are they older or younger? Your sister and brother? I didn't know you have siblings.
Yeah, they're both older, and they're, I don't know. I don't know them too well. I kind of knew them more growing up, but then they just, got older and moved out and, got married and had kids and all this stuff. So, and then got careers.
So there's a big age gap between you.
Yeah, there's a very huge gap. And I don't know them that well, so I don't even think I could tell you their age.
See, that's what we wonder sometimes with my oldest son versus my other kids, because like our oldest is 20, our middle's 11, and our youngest is 7. And I wonder sometimes how it will play out. Like when they were younger, there was more of bond, and they still love each other, and it's all good. But just my son now is 20 on his own, so it's not, he doesn't come over like every single day or anything like that. Sometimes it's a week or two in between. So I wonder how that's going to turn out in the future. That's why I find it interesting what you're saying right now.
Yeah, because it's 30 years in between of our youngest and the oldest.
Yeah. Well,
my mom, she really wants to get everyone together, us to have a closer bond. So she's that's one of her goals too, right? So she's kind of trying to put it all together.
Well, I think that's any parents want, and we do that. I catch myself sometimes. I feel like a cheerleader, like, come on, guys, we're gonna go do this, and I go do stuff I don't even want to do just so I can bring all 3 of them together,
That might be the reason I'm up here.
Well, I hope it would be nice if it works out. I guess from a parent side, I would hope that too, that you guys do get closer. I mean, she's thinking one day she'll be gone, and she still wants you guys to have some good contact and connection when that happens,
Yeah, and we're not super crazy apart or nothing.
Oh, no.
Just like I got their numbers and stuff, but I guess the most important thing is not to lose what we already have and have it get further apart.
Definitely.
That's so true.
And that is a good point, because it is sad sometimes it does happen that way, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I don't know. One thing that always bugged me was like when someone older passes away and then the kids come and they like just sell off all the stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, man, that stuff is like, that's like, there's some probably important stuff there. And
you got to go through it. That's like Xenia and I are very different that way, where she's more connected. I don't get such a connection to most material things, but the few things that I do, like I got a truck that I bought in 2005, a Mazda Tribute. It was the first new vehicle, and I've just never sold it. That's got 345,000 kilometers on it.
It's been from coast to coast.
Yeah, at least it's been in every province, at least one except Newfoundland. And
is that the one you streamed from?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
I love that stream. The one that's driving down the street.
And that usually doesn't happen. I gotta say that once the bottle caps dismay, it usually works pretty good. But it is time to get rid of it. And I inherited that house this spring from my cousin, and I got his truck and all the stuff. And I'm still finding it so hard, because I know it's like the first one that I let my son drive into. I remember picking up from school, first ones when we were, when Chris and Xenia first got over here, all these things, that's one of the few things that I actually do have a sentimental attachment to, I find.
One of the things that we have here in Empress is we have a lot of pianos.
Really?
Stand-up pianos. And I don't know why. They're just all over the place. And I mean, not like we don't have like hundreds, but like there's got to be 5 or 6 in this community. I think people bring them here, then maybe sometimes people pass away and leave them, or they just don't want to get rid of them, right? Because where are you going to put it? Well, so it's just kind of funny. You just go everywhere and there's like a piano. And I'm learning piano too, so I got to get in there and use some of these.
You're doing good, by the way. Xenia had never
Yes.
seen your Cheers one till today. She was really impressed.
Yeah, I was rewatching it again like 2 times today because I really enjoyed it. And you putting together the guitar playing with the piano after.
Oh yeah.
So cool, yeah.
Oh, I tried singing it, but it was, oh man, it was so bad. I couldn't put that on YouTube.
I don't know.
But you know what's interesting is that video got copyright striked or whatever. Not striked, but where you can't monetize it ever.
Yeah, they can monetize it, exactly.
But I didn't think they'd catch it for me playing it.
But that should be a compliment to you. You're playing enough that they can pick up on it.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
You passed the YouTube test for.
Yeah, I guess I'm in.
That's right. Lodge 5126 says those old pianos probably come from old Western saloons.
That would be nice. If I ever want a job here, I could learn how to tune a piano.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, and then the thing is, because it's such a small old town, that I could just sneak in and untune it whenever I need money.
Because they all leave their doors unlocked and everything.
Yeah. So one of the first stories I got from here was we do have like an ice rink kind of deal. People play that. What is it? That game where they throw the brick down the ice and then they have to sweep up after it.
Oh, curling.
Yeah. That's it.
The brick threw me for a second.
So we have a curling rink here, and the guy who owns the corner store, he says, "Oh, you should go check it out." And I said, "Well, is anyone there?" And he goes, "No, but just make sure you turn the lights off when you."
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like where I grew up. I grew up in a small town too, of 200 and some, and yeah, it's a lot of those stories.
Oh, really?
You tell people up here in Montreal, and it would make their hair curl. You know, like when we were young, if you went to a friend's house and they weren't home, you always knew. Oh yeah, they went to get groceries tonight or night. You just went and sat in their house till they come home. You know, they come home and you'd be watching TV. You know, it was just a normal everyday thing. Or you come home, find 5 of your friends playing in the yard, waiting for you and stuff. And doors, keys, and vehicles. Not anymore, but it used to be like that.
Well, we have people here that come in and they like need my help to move something, or but they give me no notice because I'm from the city. I'm used to notice. Yeah. But then it's like, come with me now. It's like, I got stuff to do. I can't just get up and leave. Like it happened right before this live stream. So I'd say no, I can't. And they want me to move a compressor machine or something. I know. Like, I'm not showing up to this live stream all filthy, dirty, and stuff all over my face.
Makes for a good story.
Oh, yeah. I did consider that part.
Oh, man. You should be doing some videos on the town.
Yeah. I thought about doing a video of just the fact that Saskatchewan is across the street.
Especially across a barbed wire fence. That's amazing. That's a video in itself right there.
Yeah. And I got some other things I'm working on. We had a thunderstorm here recently. I heard you said you had like a thunderstorm.
Yeah, Toronto got almost swept away like in 5 minutes. You can check it out online
after. Even the Eaton Center's got big cracks in it. There's water like going down 5 stories all through escalators.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, ours wasn't that bad, but I wanted to capture the lightning and the thunder, but it doesn't work out so well on video. It turns out it's kind of boring.
Yeah, you need a special, not equipment, but you need manually, you need filters or manually set it up in order to do that. Even on photography, you can't just, you can't take, it's the same as taking a picture of the moon.
Or the northern lights.
Or the northern lights,
I did capture a couple pictures of lightning, and what I do is I set the time lapse and then set it for 30 seconds or whatever. Right. So it captures, and then when the lightning strikes, it just captures that.
Yeah.
So
that's a good idea.
But that's not, I'm not into making videos that are just photos. I don't know.
It's not
maybe we'll see.
But still, you could use as an effect or something like that into it. It's always good to have as much B-roll as possible. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I miss the guys from Saskatchewan. We lived in Weyburn most of the time in the flatter part over on the east side where the oil fields are.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen sunsets like that in my life that would just like engulf the whole terrain, you know, with nothing blocking it. The sun's massive. You never realize how big the sun is.
We got some really good scenery here. Like we just have hills all around us for as far as you can see and all that stuff. But it gets old too.
Well, everything does wherever you are, you know, and I think Alberta's such a nice mix of everything. And BC too, to an extent as well. Alberta just seems to have it all. I don't know what it is about that province. I always liked it a lot. I mean, but the scenery, believe me, I know in BC is fantastic. I've been through a good few times, and I mean, there's never disappointed. But then again, all of Canada does too. We're such a big friggin' country. It's vast. I mean, our life in Montreal is nothing like Calgary or nothing like Vancouver and vice versa, or Sudbury, Ontario, or Toronto, wherever. Toronto's a day of driving just to go across it, you know?
Is it? I've never been there.
It's only two. You wouldn't think it, but the Trans-Canada Highway is only 2 lanes across most of Ontario.
Huh.
The whole way around Lake Superior, everything. Like because when you go around, a lot of people think you go by Toronto from here, but you don't. You go up by Ottawa. And then from Ottawa, you go up to Sudbury and then to North Bay, and then over to either Sault Ste. Marie or up to Hearst if you go on the upper side. And that's all 2 lane the whole way through it. And it's only once you've passed through, maybe you're not that far from the Manitoba border before it becomes 4 lane again.
Well, a couple of the places I really like the scenery is Victoria and Salt Spring. Do you know where that is? It's more of a touristy place.
In BC?
Yeah.
Salt Spring. The name is so familiar, I can't place it.
I don't know. I think their lake is cool or something. I don't know. You know, every like touristy place wants to sell you on something. I think
Google now it's it's lots of yachts and things like that.
Oh, I think Land Sea Air Canadian Land Sea Air whatever just did a video from there.
I think so, yeah. Beautiful though.
It is, yes. Yeah.
I never been to the very edge, like to the Victoria. That's I've been as far as Golden in BC, but we'd love to go to the very end there.
I felt bad; she got kind of ripped off on that one.
Yeah, only seen all the other ones, all the other provinces, but no, eventually.
It'd be cool to be a travel vlogger, but you gotta have to have some money for that.
That's the thing about it, to get going, and it's hard with kids and stuff like that. We looked at, because it's too bad all those countries I visited and never had a video camera with me, and now I look at them and thank God I could have taken so much footage had I have, you know, been set up for it at the time.
We do travel through the summer though, more you know, try to move out of the city, of the bricks here. Summer in the city is not the nicest places, I always say. So hopefully we'll get somewhere, maybe to States this year, I don't know.
You know, when I was getting ready for the stream and I saw that was number 67, I was like, wow, I can't believe you guys gone on so strong. Like 67 that's quite a number. And that's like every day, eh?
6 days a week. I think we did 2 Sundays.
We have done 2 Sundays. Yeah. This is 2.5 months of streaming.
Yeah.
We only started it 2.5 months ago, and it's quite quite a ride.
We love it when we're doing it, but we never realized there was so much work, you know, like booking people, and you know, like the other day there's cancellations. A lot of times that's when I'll go hit live streams first. Okay, I'm like, okay, hon, I'm hitting the live streams because then I can ask them right away if they're interested or not. But then it's going and looking for new channels, and people will recommend channels to us, and people ask to be on. And then they'll say, like, well, I live here, so I want to do it at 3 in the afternoon. It's like, well, we can't do it then. You know?
Right.
We kind of get into that. We're already stretched to the gills, so you know.
No, it is cool. It is, but because we do it 6 times a week, and Tuesdays we have Tuesday Tech Talk. You know, there's basically every day we're working with it, so it has become part of our work routine.
If we didn't have if we didn't have guests, we would never be able to do it.
Oh no! Oh my goodness! I won't be able to talk for
even Tech Talk. By the end, we're kind of like, I don't know what else to say.
No.
I get that way with my live streams too. I'm like, please, somebody say something in chat, anything.
I love when you do. Even one time you had the hands out like this. I love your live streams. They're real. Like people say here, it's like sitting at a table and talking, and I appreciate. But yours is like kind of. It reminds me of playing. You know, when you play with guitar, people or get whatever instrument with people, and you go over to their place just to kind of jam for a while. It's like leaning on your guitar and just kind of talking. You know, no real rhyme or reason. Just taking a break between everything. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay. I don't know. I never know what it's like on the other side.
But I know, but that's really what I find, and I like that. It's kind of an easy going. Son, can I have some water, please? Sorry, my son's here, and I'm just taking advantage of the free labor. Thank you.
We train them well.
Yeah.
Yes.
He spoils us rotten. God. Please don't call child services on us for labor.
No,
if you could write me a manual, like I might need it.
Well, see, he just finished washing dishes, and now he's bringing coffee.
I remember one of your live streams you mentioned he washes dishes.
Yeah. So. But it's all about responsibilities, teaching responsibilities. That's what I'm saying. No, it's because I when I started to get more pains and sick and stuff, they started to help me more. So it's part of gaining independence for them, but it's also taking some stuff away from me as well. So
I gotta try that.
Yeah. You just say you can't do it anymore. Yeah. That's it.
Honestly, the hardest trick is to get them to do it that it's not for money. And it's not that we don't give our kids money before anybody freaks on us, thinks we never give them anything.
No.
We don't give them money for doing this.
Yeah, we don't pay for chores ever. You're part of a family. You're doing it, the same as I do or Andrew does. It's part of contributing to the family. So we never paid them for chores or for good marks.
But that's our decision. I mean, everybody has their own ways of doing it. That was just something we were pretty much staunch on too.
All right. How's the chat doing? Corn Life is here. What's going on, Corn Life? Ben is here. Ben is a great guy.
Oh yeah, he is.
Well, you guys are all great. Sometimes I feel weird like calling somebody out because then I feel I should be calling everybody out. And then if I miss somebody,
knock yourself out. Go right ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm not doing roll call. I've seen how much work it is for Vern and James Cox. So they do the roll call. It's like half hour long.
That's right. 100%. And so that's why we do it at the beginning. We usually about 10 minutes in or so, and then we'll touch just
when nobody's here.
Yeah. It does sometimes. Oh my God! Some nights it used to scare the hell out of me. Come on, and there'd be like 2 people, and it's like, oh God, is this the end of it tonight? If it's gonna be you're gonna end up with egg on your face, that's when I'm gonna fake like a power failure or something like that. Or an area, whatever I have to do to get out of it.
We had a few questions about your videos. I had questions on Twitter as well as here. I guess people are very excited about your next video coming up. There was also a question about a you and Lemon challenge.
Really?
And there was some comment on Twitter of you being a spy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what about that?
Which one first?
Well, let's start with the spy thing. I was so intrigued. I didn't even know where it came from, but yeah.
I was like, I was doing a live stream, and it was the Good Cell Life. He was on there, and he said like, I asked him what he did, and he said he was like a secret agent. And I don't know if he is or not, but I said what you would normally say. I said, "Are you hiring?" Right? Because I want to be a secret agent.
Don't we all?
So I started going through, my skills. I said I could jump over fences, and if I were to be a secret agent, and talk to your superiors for me, I want to be like that guy who like can jump off like a roof and like grab onto a rope, and then he smashes through the window with his feet, and then goes like whoa, and then and does that whole thing, right? I think I could do that. I think I'd be good at it.
I think you'd have all the skills. I've seen you wrestle with your son. I think you're quite athletic and you have lots of moves. So
yeah, and I don't know. I'm not sure what my secret super ninja weapon would be, because you can't have one that somebody else already has, right? You can't have like 2 swords and the other guy has 2 swords.
This is true.
So what do you do about that?
You've really thought this one out, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Imagine the kind of YouTube channel I would have.
Yes. Maybe go fund me to get you where you got to go as far as CGI stuff and everything. It would be interesting.
Well, I think the Good Cell Life has it covered if he can get me a job.
This is true. Corrected.
I will let them know, because that's they were asking that question.
Well, every time I see him, I ask him. I said, "Yo, did you talk to your superiors yet?" But I don't know. It kind of sounds like he's tiptoeing around it, like he's already got the answer, but he doesn't want to tell me.
Wow.
Oh my God Almighty.
Maybe he doesn't want a competition. You know how it is. You know.
Oh, maybe his crew will come pick me up, and I'll have a bag put over my head, and then I'll show up somewhere.
So if you're not posting any videos anymore, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
We all know.
We're gonna call Good Cell Life and ask him what.
That's your version.
Where are you?
That's your version of calling like I do for potato salad. That's your safety.
Yeah, yeah.
After now, they'll be like, "Oh, he said too much." Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate that.
Judy the Bear wants to ask about bunny rabbits.
Bunny rabbits? I don't know about bunny rabbits. I don't think we have some here.
Reagan keeps posting lemon because she wanted to ask.
Yeah. So Reagan, Live Laugh Love, she did the lemon challenge, and she nominated me to do it.
Okay.
So I've filmed the video. It was intense. It was crazy. It was I don't know what to say, man. It's a lemon. So yeah, that's the next video coming out. I'm just editing it now, and it's going to be entertaining. I don't want to give anything away. I don't know.
Yeah, we
pretty much
challenge as well, and I actually surprised Andrew on the live stream, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. We kind of show with island aesthetics on, and he did it before that. So I'm like, oh, let's do that too, and let's do it live instead of recording the video, like people were doing. So I just had 11 and just like impromptu, didn't even tell Andrew, let's do this. I was like, what? I'm not eating this lemon, but yeah, we did it anyway. So it was the rind and everything. So
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
No.
Just to get juice on the, like, going in, you're sitting there trying to do a live stream.
Well, I could feel it for a few hours after.
Yeah.
But I told her, I said, you look out for, because the next challenge, that's going to be your challenge. I said, you're lucky the ice bucket challenge is like old.
oh yeah, you could still do it.
You give it a revive it, give it a second run.
Yes.
Yeah. The next one's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. Soon it's gonna be like the sword eating contest or something. Like
Yeah.
that. Like just to help the awareness of rabies.
Well, some people have tried starting some very weird challenges, and we already know on YouTube that some of them have gone terribly wrong.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yes, yeah. It's unfortunate that people start to do things that are dangerous, just for views.
Yeah. It's amazing how YouTube, well, not YouTube, that's not fair. The internet in general has brought out so many sheep in the world. They go blindly into so many things without a tiny, like, I mean, I was bad when I was younger. I got into lots of shit. But I didn't sit down and ever think of eating like a Tide Pod. I know they didn't. If you had to put one in front of me, common sense would have dictated this is not going to work out very well in the end.
Yeah, I know.
But
We actually, we have this small community, and we have like a small little corner store that has just bare necessities.
Right.
And then I look there and I see Tide Pods. As my head just went boop. It's like, this seems like a great idea. No, wait. It's a terrible idea.
Yes.
The worst of the worst. And,
My good.
And I mean, there's not just, we can just say, oh, young people, but not just young people, but I mean, people old enough to know the damn difference between it. Like it's shocking.
People just chasing the views.
Yep. Well, look at that guy that the young well, I don't think they were married, but they had a child. The guy that got shot.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was referring to as far as the crazy challenges.
But like, look at that life right in front of his child, shot dead by his own spouse, and for what?
Yeah, for views.
Yeah, and
for anyone, shoot a gun through a book, and they thought the book would stop the bullet, and it didn't.
Well, whoever does that, and why not to try it without putting yourself behind it first? Like, I mean, like, you know.
Don't ever do it, but if you're stupid enough to do it, and excuse me for sounding blunt about it, put it up against a goddamn rock and shoot it first. Get 2 books for the price of it versus your life, and see what happens.
I mean, it's awful when kids do it and they're just not supervised, so they do different stuff. But when adults do these completely nonsense things, like you're an adult, like, really?
Yeah.
What are you thinking, you know? But
it just shows you what the psyche's turned into, because they're all doing, like, years ago when we wanted to be in a band or an actor. Now the new thing is to be a YouTuber. But there's so many pictures of what a YouTuber is. And a lot are gravitating that one because it's quick, fast sells. As long as we can shock somebody, we're going to make it rich.
Yeah.
And common sense goes right out the window, including their life. Somebody. Yeah, it was a Desert Eagle Lodge. Exactly. Most powerful handgun. It was insane. And it's not the only story of that. You hear these things happening all the time.
Yeah, people jumping off buildings and stuff.
Exactly. Like, what possesses you? You know?
This guy that thought it would be funny just to throw water in people's faces, but tell them it's acid.
Yeah, London.
I mean, a great day in this world to do something like that when, like, Homeland Security is the #1 thing in most people's heads, especially in places like London and that.
Well, especially they just had a couple of the acid attacks just before that. I mean, obviously people would be, you know, reacting that way, you know, maybe.
Yeah, and then the guy says, oh, it's a trendy topic. Now's the time.
And in their head, they're thinking, oh, this is the one that's going to make me big. This is going to do it, you know? Like,
yeah, and the sad thing is the internet forgets like a couple weeks later.
Oh, gone. That's why you have 5 different stories of the same idiot a different idiot doing the same idiotic thing. And you're like, does nobody learn? Did you not hear that this guy went to prison for it? But no, they got no time for that story, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it better than him. I'm not going to get caught, even though I'm showing my face on camera, putting it onto a channel that's connected to me. You know, like, good God.
It still baffles me how a live feed of feral cats giving birth can get like millions of views, and then like some like well edited video or movie or something like that, you know, doesn't get almost anything. Like, how do you compare these things even, you know?
I don't know. I like watching the cats with lightsabers. Those videos are awesome. Have you seen those?
Is it a thing?
I've seen it on Facebook, like a link to it.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
cats with lightsabers.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, the internet always brings out the best in people.
Everyone loves cute kitty videos.
Yeah, I know that is anything with animals, and if you can add an effect to them or them not being an animal, like in their actions, you pretty much got internet gold, you know. Or one brother that's 2 hits his other brother that's 1 over the head with like a plastic shovel or something like that.
Yeah. So I went in the wrong field. Channel about nothing. What was I thinking? All I had to do was put something there. Anything.
I'm thinking something with pianos and the border of Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Crossbreeding the 2.
Or bunnies.
Yes. Well, you were asking with the bunnies, so
I don't know about the bunnies. We have bunnies here, but I mean, I don't own one or anything, so I don't know about that.
Rampant? Is your place like rampant with bunnies?
Yeah. Well, we have a small little baby bunny living underneath the house right now.
Oh.
I just took a picture of it, so I'll show you if it works. I don't know, but I don't know. As far as bunnies go, it's the best thing I can think of.
Well, that was just good bunny stories, I think.
Bosch was
Anyways,
saying YouTube is like
can you, I don't know if no, you probably won't be able to see this, unfortunately. I'm gonna. There we go.
Yeah, see, yeah, in the corner there. Oh, stop. You talk so no, hold it, and you talk so your screen. Yeah.
What, I hold it and talk? What do you mean? There's a bunny. What do you mean talk?
No, the frame goes.
Oh, I see. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You mean so the video would.
Yeah. But you really, I felt like I was there. You really brought me in the moment. Oh, that was good. This is where you shine, my friend. This is where you always shine. I love when you do that. So, what's coming up in the music scene for you?
I don't know. You know, our punk band, we recorded an album and I made a video on it, but the album never got released. It's on a hard drive somewhere in Vancouver. And because musicians are musicians, it's like lost. I don't know. You know, someone smoked something and put it somewhere. And now we got this finished album with like 15 tracks sitting somewhere, lost in Vancouver.
Oh, no.
Wow. Well, so if I were rich, I'd say happy hunting. But so there's that. I don't know. I haven't done a whole lot of music lately because there's only so much time, and I've been focusing on the YouTube. So
you like your channel? Like you like working with it and that? You see?
Oh yeah. I really like. The live streams are really nice because you get to, you know, the same story you hear from everybody. You actually get to interact with people. But also, I really like the fact that I can show people that I'm not like always the character that I portray in my other videos, that there is some intelligence there. I like to show people sometimes.
Yeah. Especially with the too, it's good to have, like, you know, I'm sure to communicate as well and stuff like that. It's, you know, find people with more similar. I grew up in a small town, and I would have killed for something like this back then, you know, because it was hard to find as many people into stuff that I was into all the time.
Oh yeah, and I actually learned a really cool trick that like when you're doing your live streams and you don't want to fill up your entire feed on your main page, you can set them to unlisted. But then you can make a playlist. That way, all your videos are still in the playlist and people can find them. But on your main page, you can still have your main videos there.
Oh, that's really smart.
That's really
yes.
Smart. It will still show up in a playlist, although it's unlisted.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So that way, you know, my main, you know, like my music video will be like the main focus on my channel. So I don't, because I've been live streaming every single day.
Yeah.
So.
I like that idea, actually.
Yeah.
That's a good tip. We
Thank you.
Do that.
No, that's a really good tip. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I learned from I can't remember who yeah. I'll come back to it.
I didn't know that it would still show up on the playlist.
Oh. That's
a good idea of cleaning up the look of the channel. That's great.
Was it Linda's Safe Heavens? Is that what it is? That's the YouTube channel or something that told me about it.
Huh.
But anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's a good part like that. We're always, you know, like even you've been to our tech talk. That's exactly what we're saying. We don't have all the answers, and I love hearing stuff from you guys that I didn't know as well. And that's
we're all learning from each other. That's why I really wanted to bring it up, because not a lot of people know that.
No, exactly. No. Thank you. No, it's a very good tip. That's awesome.
Another thing I've been testing, you know, I noticed when I've been going live or posting videos, sometimes I'll like lose a couple subscribers, like just automatically. It's almost like YouTube does a scan of my entire channel every time I upload a video. So I wanted to do a test. And what I did was I did like 5 live streams back to back just to see if my subscriber would drop.
Right.
So I went like live for a minute, then turned it off. I went live, turned it off, went live just to see if anything dropped. And it didn't really. I lost like 1, but that was just a test. I wanted to see what would happen.
Well, it's the only way to find out. Is you know, I admire you. I admire people who did take those extra steps to really understand the platform, because you've got to understand this platform to do anything with it. And I mean, we're not making millions of it. Nobody is right now that we have here, at least mostly. But it's still good to understand what you're doing with it, and not just like, oh well, I go on and I talk, or I go on and I post pictures of my cat or whatever. It is a lot of behind the scenes. Like we're always preaching about analytics to people. You know, it is important. You've got to pay attention to it, because that's where you'll see where you're going wrong most times. The answers are there.
Yeah.
You know, look at the big guys. Look at how many times they reference them constantly. Their analytics are their Bible for this. They got them in their back pocket. They check them multiple times a day.
Unfortunately, half the time it's like looking at the Matrix. Just like, no, it's hard to tell what anything is. You're just looking for patterns.
So once again, anything like that, I always tell people, and there's a great example, the same as anything else you do, whether editing or stuff. Go on YouTube. There's some really great videos that really break it down, like, and will show patterns and show how to understand them and that. And it is, because it is a lot of information, and it's all raw, so it is confusing. But it would, I always tell people, it'd be like, say you were running a business instead of a YouTube channel. You would want to know how much you're making, how much you're bringing in, what products are losing money, which ones are gaining. It's no different in there.
Yeah.
Like our demographic is so weird. And to this day, we cannot understand why the day we went to live streams, we lost so many women.
Really?
We've done the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And it knocked the shit out of our female demographic.
The regular average YouTube demographics is 70-30 for women and men. And just
they all said, oh my gosh, she's not single.
Yeah. No, I guess. I don't know. Because maybe I scared them off. Because now, yeah, and that's what that's like the regular average is 70-30 for everybody, like in general for YouTube. And we had 70-30. So that's, you know, and then once we started, like now it's like 90.
I think it's even less than that. I'm looking it up right now because I was shocked.
Yeah, it's like 10% of women only. Like, really? Like, girls, what am I doing wrong here? So yeah, because I thought, you know, well, we'll do live streams. I'll come in because I wasn't really doing the videos. Andrew was the one doing them, you know, so there'll be a woman talking as well. We'll get more women in. Well, no, that scared them off. Can't see.
Wow.
We're at 4% women now, down from 30 since we started the live stream.
Yeah, so dear girls, Stephanie, Reagan,
please. Call your friends.
Call your friends. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Am I scaring you girls off?
Do you want me to start crying?
Did you want to date him, and that's why you're not here anymore? I don't know. No, but seriously, it is a puzzle because I really live streams should be attracting women more just because of the way live streams are, right? It's usually that's how it works, but it worked completely opposite for us for some other reason. I blame myself.
Unapologetically, Holmes says, really, one day YouTube told me that my demographic was 100% male, which I know was not true. It's not, but like to have that big of a dip that we had.
I mean, if you still have a couple of women, it's not going to, you know, 0.00 point. It's not going to show up as a percent, but it is huge difference. And you can see even by going into the subscribers that we do have, you can see that they're majority more men now than it was before.
Just always threw me off because it happened from the live streams. That's what always kind of surprised me because I thought,
wow, that's interesting.
Yep.
The music video that I put on my channel, that's actually an old video from about 4 years ago, and I posted that originally on my music channel, and it got like 7,000 views, and I know all those views came because the thumbnail is this hot chick,
right?
If you go through the search terms of how that video got found, I don't know, it's not family friendly. It's not nothing I put in the tags or anything either. It's just, I don't know, but so I thought I would test it on this channel. It's like, okay, we need the watch time, right? Let's throw this video on my main channel. And sure enough, it's like almost my most viewed video on in only like it's been a month or something, not even.
It's weird, eh? YouTube's a funny beast, my friend. You know, but stuff like that does sell. You know, as it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I tell people too. There's nothing wrong. There's a difference between clickbait that's good and bad. You keep using the analogy. It's like cholesterol, and you got to promote yourself in here. And you need things that make you stand out, and for people to notice that you're there, but without lying.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, I never lied. It was just the name of my song, and then just a picture from something that's happening in the video. But the thing is, it has massive dislikes too, because these guys are coming to check out the video and they're like, oh, there's only 30 seconds of this girl in here or whatever.
I never understand it. That's not that. But if you're that excited to see something like that, you got a whole gamut of free porn flying around the whole thing and all these like nude models and that. Why are you so upset? Because you went to a YouTube channel that had like, you know, some old 70-year-old guy who's all like this kerfuffle, you know.
Or maybe it's showing up in the kids version or whatever. I don't know.
That does happen sometimes too. Well, like our wedding video that we you've seen before, our Viking wedding, like that's on our personal channel. We did nothing to it. We uploaded. There's only 2 videos. We forgot about it for 3 years, and we're almost at 28,500 views.
Wow.
There's no tags. Nothing done to the thumb. Everything that we preached to do on Tech Talk Tuesday, the opposite was done with that video.
Nothing.
Completely.
I know, it's so random.
Yeah, but it has 3 main words in the title: Iceland Viking Wedding, and that's what's drawing, because Iceland became a big hot tourist destination. Viking culture kind of got big, so you put them together, and that's why I think it worked out the way it did.
Yeah, I've had I put instrumentals on my other channel, my music channel, Razorian Records, and I just label them whatever because they're instrumental. So I just whatever, like delete key or whatever I think of. And this one I just named like Blood Ocean or something, and I don't know, it just got picked up because I guess that's really close to something else that was big, so it just got like massive views, where the other ones are seeing it like 4 or 3 views.
Well, it happens sometimes, you know. There could be a movie or an old book called that, or like us with Puša Studios. We never thought of it when we picked the name. What do a lot of people think when they see PUSA, Presidents of the United States of America? You know, they think of the band. We never even crossed our mind till somebody asked us one time, like, what the hell is he? Oh, I get it now, you know?
Yeah, so when I've been live streaming, same thing. It's like I'm just going to chat with everyone, so I don't have necessarily a theme for the live stream. So I just started titling it things that I thought like, oh, Pirates of the Caribbean or whatever. What's going to get views?
That was another PewDiePie thing he used to do for a while. Every stream was called a different one. It was salmon stream and mackerel stream and herring stream and trout stream.
Yeah, just find the one that works.
Yeah,
and then go from 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's right. To like, I don't know, when you're putting oh my god, I was laughing. I love those ones. Very, very. Even the morning I was on, though, when I asked you to be on the other day, I forget what the title was.
Yeah.
Good. It caught my eye right away.
Farmel Fanatic was saying that sex cells, unfortunately, they have tractors.
Very nice.
And then Corn Life,
awesome.
well, we started doing a little bit of how to expand, like, to the girls and stuff. So Corn Life Network is doing Bikini Show Chicks with Rick. Oh my god. Ben Chavez is putting Brad Pitt on his thumbnail, and I misspelled and wrote Brad Pitt. So now it's breaded Pitt prune.
I saw that. So it's like, what's going on here?
Yeah. So we are all, and girls we're gonna do a girl power. Girls were talking, and they said they're gonna bring some more girls.
Oh,
so
excellent! Thank you.
Girl power. I need some girl
Thank you.
power.
Yeah.
I miss you, girls. When girls are not here, it's like, really, and then they start talking about the cars or something like that, and it's like, oh, I need somebody. At least somebody.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Oh, tell me what you want, I really, really want. I want to bet. I want to bet. I want to bet. I don't know.
It's sporty Razorian here.
Yeah, I don't know the lyrics.
You've
anything.
covered more than enough with those ones, don't worry. You've done good. You've done fine, my son.
See the shocking value, of course. Unapologetically, Gomes was saying that them doing a piercing and shaving son's head gets the more views, and obviously that's what happens. Unfortunately or fortunately, but that's what happens, you know. Yeah.
It's shock value, and you two can say they don't like it or whatever, but it does go up in the rankings. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. It's.
Well, I was thinking about this, and for the longest time, you know, PewDiePie has been the biggest face of YouTube, and but he gets into trouble by doing some stuff. So I think they're kind of looking for somebody else. And then when the Paul brothers came along, I think they jumped on them. But then you know, we all know the Paul brothers, what they're like, and then YouTube went, oh no. But then Casey Neistat came along, and now they're like, okay, here's somebody that we could put as the face of YouTube. Yeah.
And now Peter McKinnon's kind of even starting to take over that spot, you know. But that's like, music is the same way too, you know, how we had there was musicians of the year type of thing, you know, and this guy is bigger than anything, and then he kind of go and next one. It's going to keep evolving like that all the time.
I remember being a kid, and when like Metallica was like way back in the day was my favorite band, and then when they were on the cover of Guitar Hero or something, it was like, oh, it's like
sold.
Here's the interview of the new album, and
here's Lars Ulrich talking for another 25 pages.
Yeah, God, this is guitar. It's like, this is Guitar Hero. Why is this interview with Lars?
I know. It never shuts up. It's like, I wish he never learned English. Jesus, tiresome. You know, you can never answer a question. Lars, do you like playing the drums? Oh, and the legs crossed, and ever since the evolution of man beating on skin and blah, 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 blah. Get on with it. Get on with it. Shut up, your little pint size. You make me angry. I've been known to hit a table or two while he's talking sometimes when I was younger. Get on with it. Answer the damn question.
Well, I remember like being a huge fan of Metallica, and I got this book on like how to drum like Lars Ulrich. Yeah. And then after a while, learning more about metal bands and just stuff like that, I realized Lars isn't really considered the fastest or the best. You know, and then people were like, you should listen to the guy from Slayer, right? Or whatever. And then you realize, oh, wow. Huh.
Lars has taken a lot of flack for not being, they always say he's one of these guys that does some phenomenal stuff in the studio, but he's gotten a lot better. But live, he was like, oh my God, he was off time a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not alive. But he has gotten better. I got to give him that. But yeah, he was well renowned for like doing great stuff in the studio and just not seem to hold it together live.
I remember like Dyer's Eve was a track that they said they could never play live.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think they've done it now, because I think they just had to get rid of that rumor.
Yeah.
So I think they just practiced really hard.
And I've been a huge fan of Metallica. I mean, back since I would say probably Master of Puppets, I was getting into them. I was still Master of Puppets, I would have been maybe 12. And I was just getting into metal at the time. And I was always a huge Iron Maiden fan. I was always that Brit metal scene. I always liked the larger than life, you know, the Number of the Beast, or that whole like the big flashing lights there, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I like the underground stuff too in the 80s. There was a lot of great stuff that was crossed with punk and that Overkill and all those bands out of New York, and that punk metal scene going.
It's funny, so many of the bands that I've gotten to know was just because of the cover art, because you never heard the band, and it was like, that's why Iron Maiden was always considered the metal band.
That's right.
Because you could always walk into a store and know exactly what you're going to hear.
Best branding of all time, almost better than Coke, you know? Like,
yeah.
And not the Coke that comes out of Colombia. But they were. And that common theme, I mean, Eddie's become such an icon. Even young kids today that are getting into that scene can pick him out of a lineup, you know? It was,
yeah, definitely.
Those guys became more, the guys that designed the albums became superstars in their own right, much as producers and stuff. You know? They were interviewed in magazines. They talked about, oh, Anthrax. Yes, Corn Life. Exactly. Love it.
Oh, yeah. If only. Yeah, my head. I can play that on guitar.
Even back when Scott Ian had a full head of hair before he shaved it there.
Yeah, I saw Anthrax in Vancouver, and I remember someone threw a joint up on stage, and Scott Ian picked it up, and he goes, "Oh, you know what happens if I smoke this? I die," or something. I guess he's can't smoke marijuana, and he threw it back out in the crowd, and he's like, "Well, you guys can smoke it right now." It's cool to see Anthrax in a small little venue. You know?
It's hard to believe, eh?
Yeah, it's weird how like metal was so huge, and now it's now all these big bands are going back to playing small venues. I saw Sepultura in this small venue.
Crazy.
It's just like, later you can go shake their hands when they're walking off the stage.
They can hold your beer while you go to the bathroom.
And I'm sure the circle will come around, and one day Eminem can hold my beer.
That's right. Well, poor Eminem had another.
Well, he won't drink it, right?
Yeah. He had another bad shake-up this weekend, Eminem. You might be seeing him there sooner than later.
No, I saw that. He played a show.
Yeah.
And the pyrotechnics, someone complained about it, saying it sounded like gunshots, and everyone freaked out. And I don't know. It became a bunch of stuff, but they're like, people have been using pyrotechnics forever. It's like nothing's changed.
Exactly. That's just about. Oh, there. Yes. Firmo Fanatic. Music died. That's right. Firmo.
Music died. Yeah.
Died. Yep, that's right. How true is that one? It's true. Like, I remember in Montreal here. I remember living here in the early 90s. And it'd be like, Bon Jovi, this weekend, there's banners going across St. Catherine Street. Shom radio station blaring them out, concert giveaways, interviews. There was like an electricity in the air the night of the concert, anywhere you were in the city. And I'm just taking Bon Jovi. I'm taking like many bands like that. Now they come and go, and I'll be hearing it, and I'll be like, really? They were here? Never heard, even knew. Even bands that are current, like, I don't know, Pink, any of those ones. They just kind of, well, I shouldn't say that because Xander's going to say she keeps telling me to go. So I just dug a hole for myself right there. But
oh, boy.
So thanks, Andrew. Well done for yourself.
It's going to be you in a second. It's right there.
Oh, I need a picture of those two. It's gonna be our selfie.
Christ.
Well, if I had more time, I would have made I wanted to make the old layout, the orange wall, and the photos.
Oh my god!
So
yeah, we missed it too. This is awful.
It is. When we put up that orange wall, I hated it. And Xenia had dreams of Technicolor, and I'm like, Christ! Not only do I hate it, I gotta paint it. But I didn't like it because it was too much. But then when we put up all the pictures from my travels and all that, all of a sudden now I love it because it took away. It was too much on its own. But
right.
Jeez.
I didn't see.
Can I come stay with you in Alberta for a couple of days? Can I bring the population up to 169?
Yeah.
Help. Potato sack, whatever you want to call it.
Of course, because you get to see the whole picture. When I said that I wanted the wall in that color, that didn't mean that I only want that wall. It's the whole picture that was seen, right?
Okay,
and then you
well,
added your pictures.
I put up the pictures 3 years later or whatever. So.
Well, I won't say whose fault is that.
I thought I was going to make it worse, to be honest, at first. But there you go, learning new things all the time.
But now we have a sandwich wall. We are inside the Oreo cookie. So.
in the middle of an Oreo.
Exactly. Thank you. Just gave us a sound bite. Oh yeah, no, it's it's interesting. Oh, Gomes is going. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great night. So glad you could join us.
Yes, have a good night. Thank you.
And hope to get you back soon.
Yeah, I wonder, I think it was Gomes or who was asking the question, if I want to start a punk band, what would be the suggestion?
Wow.
That's a hard one because that's a lot of dedication to punk. Because I'm not to insult anybody, but I mean punk right away. You're saying I don't want to be on the top 40, and it's true. You know, it's not an easy. No band is easy, but that's a really hard genre. There's some of them that
he's 15. He's 6 feet. He has his shoe size is 10.5. He's a guitarist and singer. He wants to start a punk band.
Oh, well, punk bands. If you want to be like hardcore punk, you know, then you gotta get rough. You gotta live the streets. You gotta throw beer bottles at cars. You gotta like crawl out of dumpsters like after having a good sleep, you know, or else you're just considered like Green Day or something, right?
So unapologetically, Gnomes, the best advice, no advice, since it's your son. As a parent, I guess. Tell him not to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I just wonder sometimes, like, you know, like punk and more like it used to be, that you can't make it. It's just, I think that becomes part of the lifestyle. You can't decide to be a punk band. It's you know, it's part of a life that you have at that time, right? And then the same as was with lots of rock bands back then.
But you got to do it for the love of the music, because like I say, it's not the number one thing to say I'm going to go get rich off of.
Yeah, and if you, I don't know, it's like almost like the purpose is not to be rich. If it's not cool to be rich,
it is. It's the anti. Then you're a sellout the moment you get 5 cents for it.
Yeah, but then I've seen like a lot of these old bands, like when they're older, they're pretty rough, like just as human beings, like SNFU. I don't know if you know them and stuff, and just local Vancouver bands that I've known. I don't know. There's a place in Vancouver called the Cobalt, and it's pretty famous for the punk scene. And yeah, I don't know. It's a rough place, and I don't know. They just built a high-rise across the street, and then the high-rise complained about all the noise and the rough crowd outside on the street, you know, throwing beer bottles in the street and stuff. But I don't know. To them, that's the lifestyle. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
You're right. No, it is rough, and it ages people, and it's not. That's why it's not for everybody. You got to have that in you. Like, you got to really have it in you to be able to do it. It's especially the guys. I feel that I see girls that are there, and more girls, they like to see them, but it seems like in the punk scene, there's more girls that are like unconnected from society, you know, and they're trying to find a place to fit in. The guys seem like very dedicated to it, but a lot of their girlfriends are there, and they're like, you know, like drawing skulls on everything and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, well, I didn't fit in anywhere else, but I'm accepted here. And it's usually like chubbier middle-aged girls from, you know, not middle-aged, excuse me, middle-income families. You know, they don't really grow up hard on the streets. It's like they're missing something in their lives, and they tend to find it more in punk. I don't know if you agree with that, but
I do, but I don't know anything about it. I couldn't speak on it, but I agree. But you know, metal used to be kind of like that, where you had to be hardcore, but now it's acceptable to be like clean, you know, and you can have a job, and you can work, and you can be professional and make money, and still be metal.
For that, and it's one song they did that changed all that, and it's my most hated song by Metallica is "Nothing Else Matters." Yeah. Because that's where I watched everything change at that exact moment, and all of a sudden I seen kids coming to the concerts, and they had bubble letter written Metallica, and you know, like almost like selling polo shirts.
I thought that happened more around the Load era, well, which was right after Black Album, but still.
That was the basis for it. But I can almost pinpoint to the second, because going to see like Injustice for All and that, and then going back to the first Metallica. By then, it really caught on with Nothing Else Matters, and then the second round of concerts came, and it was just like, what happened? You know?
Yeah, all the T-shirts started looking cartoony and stuff.
And that's what I mean, like bubble letters on stuff, and it's like, this is Metallica, for the love of Christ! You know, like, God, you're killing me here.
Yeah. Stephanie was saying I poured champagne on James' pants as working as a waitress. It was interesting to see his face.
Sorry, what was that?
I poured champagne on James' pants. The band, I guess.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so she poured champagne when she was working as a waitress, and
really?
Yeah, but then they wanted to hang out and after talking about music and stuff. So
they are cool guys. I've met Kirk Hammett. It was really cool. It was impromptu. He was a very, very nice. It was at an AM show, and we don't look after what they do, but it was a long story. Anyways, the sales rep knows me, and he's like teasing me because he was supposed to be there for a signing or something, and I wasn't going to be there. And he goes, I got some guitars I want you to look at, because in the NAMM show, a lot of time inside the main booth, they have that's where their little offices are set up to have meetings, and they're not very fancy. It's just basically 2 desks, maybe some chairs. And he said, look at this guitar. When I went to get in, he goes, no pictures, and then gave me a push and closed the door, and Kirk Hammett was in there. So we got a couple of minutes together. And
wow.
Very nice, very modest, extremely modest. Completely opposite, I'm sure, of what it's like to meet Lars. God, I hate that pint size. But James is kind of a mix of both of them. He's kind of the middle ground. My friends all laugh at me because I like Jason Newsted a lot. Cliff Burton.
Yeah, me too.
He's a good bassist, but I hate the whole 70s bell-bottom thing in metal. So I'm not knocking the guy. I'm not a fashionista. But the bass player that plays for them now, what's his name? They used to play for Suicidal Tendencies.
Oh, yeah. I don't know his name.
They all laugh at me because I despise him for one simple fact that he plays the bass crouching down all the time. And I just want to go over with a work boot and kick him in the ass for all he's worth just for playing like that. So my friends are always teasing me when I bring him up because I get so like, do you know how? I just want to tell him, do you know how goddamn stupid you look like on stage doing this? Like, I hate the way you play it. You look retarded. You look mental. Oh. Sorry, I can't talk about it.
Playing shows and stuff, and you go on different stages. Some of the stages are so small, you're like, you're hitting the drum set with your guitar. Yeah. Other ones are quite big, and I never realized what it takes to run from one side of the stage to the other. It's like takes a lot out of you.
Yeah,
I don't know how like Metallica and then they had to work out hard in order to do what they did, and in all those big bands on the huge stadiums, right?
I stood on their stage when they played the MTL Heavy Metal Fest they have here each year. That is the biggest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I didn't think a stage could be that big.
Really?
And even the guys that were setting up the show, because we had booths, we had a big thing there. We were part of the sponsor, and the guys that were setting up for it, that they said like the logistics was beyond a nightmare for setting up this stage. It was
you weren't a sponsor for the last Woodstock, were you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Stephanie was saying that Scott isn't so cool. He used to come over, or isn't, or is cool. I guess is cool. He used to come over and we would play pinball and all Atari and listen to the Smith.
Yeah, I could see that with Scotty. And
sorry, I'm in such a brain fog. I'm reading completely wrong everything. Yeah, sorry, Steph.
I could so see that with him. Yeah, he lives the life and he's true to it. Like he's one of the old schools that still hold it near and dear about what it's like to be in a band and that.
Yeah,
Epic's cousin played keys for a band in Vancouver for many years. It's called Celestial Ruin. I guess in case maybe you.
Yeah, I don't know it. Never heard of it.
That's cool, though.
The one thing is, though, in Vancouver, everyone's in like 5 bands. It's crazy. It's just oversaturation.
Yeah.
I don't know. When we'll like have one band, and then like the bass player will leave or something, and then you get a new bass player and add a trumpet player, and now you just name it a different band. So now you have two bands, but most of the band is the same members.
That's true. That happened a lot here as well. I used to see that, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of, maybe I'm just not in the scene as much. There are some, but Montreal went so techno that well, Montreal's got that European side to it all the time, which was great one time for bands. But now I find they've run more with electronic more, and there's still bands, but I just don't see as much. They're playing, like you say, it's very small clubs all the time.
Artem Orbit says, sounds like Chicago and never enough drummers.
Yeah, oh, I love Chicago for the music scene. That's the greatest city.
Drummer.
I love Chicago. It's such an amazing city. Just traveling at night, going from place to place, and the bands are phenomenal. Really cool. Like Montreal at one time was a testing ground for any band coming from Europe. They had to play Montreal first, and if they did well, that was their entrance into the States. If they did bad, that's why Pink Floyd and them are all still like kind of a big thing here.
Well, look at the Beatles, the first place, and not very many know that, actually. Yeah. The first place in North America where Beatles landed was St. John, Newfoundland in Canada, because they had to transfer their flight, and that was the first place where actually they had a bunch of fans, a little bunch that knew that they were coming, and they stepped their first feet in North America, so yeah.
Yep.
Buck is awesome. I saw that. Thanks, man.
That's right. Can't argue with that.
Ben has to go.
Oh, Ben, it was such a pleasure having you.
Thank you for ideas again, Ben. I will be in touch with you and the girls.
Stephanopoulos, girl power. There you go, Xenia.
Yes. No, because I misread everything what she said, and then no, it's all good. It's not. It's just me. It's my brain fog. It's.
I don't know what to tell you, Buck. We're outnumbered.
You are my power, the one to desire. I want it that way. Guy power.
I would have sung that part, but I don't have voice strips on me.
We're gonna. Copyrights now.
Yeah, there goes our copyright notice for the night.
Yeah, sorry. Just destroyed it.
I'm just kidding. It's all good.
Oh my god. Artem Orbit was saying they had to play with drum machine for several years before they finally actually found somebody playing drums. That's a really big shortage of drummers.
I grew up in a rural area in eastern Quebec. There was 80 guitar players. There was 2 bass players and not a drummer to be found. And literally, a friend of mine told me this guy was an older guy and he was playing in a country band. And he liked to drink a lot. And I went over with 2 cases of beer I got a buddy to buy for me. I brought them over, got them good and drunk. Bought his set for $200 and took them home before he sobered up and realized he had sold them to me. And that's right. I was going to learn how to play drums.
So my mom bought me my first guitar because I said I wanted to learn music. And so I used to have friends come over and bring their amps and we jam. And then I said, Mom, I need a drum set because we don't have a drummer, So, and we want to start a band. So I convinced my mom to buy a drum set. And then it also helped because band in school, I got to be the drummer guy. So I was like, oh, I need a whole drum set. When really they're like, all you need is a snare. I'm like, nope, need the whole drum set. And so anyways, I learned how to drum back then. The first band I was in, they didn't have a drummer, but they used to come over to my house and jam. So I learned how to play drums. So the first band I played drums in. So, yeah.
Well, that's what happens a lot of us. I was the same way. It's this frustration of everybody wanting to have a band and never being able to have one. And it's like, well, I like guitar, but I would rather have a band. So, I'll bite the bullet and get into it. The same thing, I see.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened.
Artem Orbit says, Andrew, sounds like Chicago. Even our drummer at the moment is in 3 projects. There you go. Yeah, drummers are in high demand because there's so much equipment. It's store it. It's all the stuff comes with it. And especially,
I want to start a whole band where the idea was that nobody brings their own equipment. We just show up and we play whatever's at the venue. That's the goal.
Wow. That's
that would just be awesome, right? What musician would like to just show up and play?
Well, yeah, exactly. I don't. So, like, what the clubs? You mean like play at different clubs like that?
Yeah, just like get booked for a night with a bunch of other bands and be like, just have it known that we're not showing up with equipment. So whatever's there, let us use it.
Well, you piqued my curiosity. I think you should do it just because I want to see how it turns out, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like, well, what is this pedal? It's like, okay, I guess our song sounds like this tonight. But it'd be great for a band similar to Nirvana, where you just, the song is E.G. E.G.
Yes.
Look around. Everyone's got it. All right, let's go.
I just look in here.
Artem Orbit have seen David Gilmour live last year, on which Reagan Live actually Love plays piano. She actually is friends with David and have done work with him in 2013. And other updates: A Good Cell Life is in, The Spy is in, and they had band on the radio. Played band on the radio.
This is my first band.
Really?
Yeah. That's a long time ago. Yeah. That's back when I had, that shirt that I'm wearing. That was that was 92, I think. That was one of those hypercolor shirts. When you started to get hot, it would change color.
I didn't even know they had those.
Yeah, probably so many chemicals in them that now today they're completely outlawed. Probably cancer-causing agent and all that stuff. Yeah, that was my very first band. There's my old drum kit. There's my tamas. That was the second.
Oh wow!
Spot. Yeah, that's why the tattoo on my arm is from the catalog that these ones came out of.
Wow, you look so young, Artem Orbit saying.
Yeah, it was many moons ago. Yeah.
That was very similar to my drum set that I got. It was a Tama.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but I didn't have so many cymbals.
Oh, well, yeah, those ones weren't bad, actually. That's when I replaced them. I put in some new Sabians and stuff. Before, it was a lot of pie plates and stuff. Type of, if you hit them twice or you had to bend them back again. We got sponsored. What happened was we played at this place. It's Maison de Jeune. It translates the House of the Young. And the guy, when we're done, he said, why don't you play the local arena where we lived? And we're like, sure. And we'll play the Bell Center, the Montreal Forum after that, laughing at him. And he went and got it done. And he said a couple of weeks, he called me. He said, I got the thing booked. And I'm like, what booked? And he said, the arena.
Huh.
And he did. And he got us 25,000 watts of sound and light came in. It was from this big country fair that they have in the town of Gaspé every year. They trucked it up. And we ended up having ticket giveaways on the radio station and ads in the newspapers and stuff like that. And
oh wow!
There's our old ticket stub. Yeah, my mom kept all this stuff, and I got it a couple of years later. And we were sponsored by Labatt, and they gave Labatt beer. And I was 18, and one other guy, so we each got 2 2.4s for playing and stuff like that. And they paid the printing charges, and we did so well. We actually had over 1,000 people.
Holy cow!
Because we lived in a small area where there wasn't much music, so that was an opportunity as well. And yeah, so
Artem Orbit said
that's so
like that.
Do you?
Like that as well.
Yeah,
I'm a Canadian band on the ice from Lash.
That's right. That's right.
And somebody else said about those T-shirts as well. And Artem Orbit was saying about the equipment that the festivals that they organize oftentimes have equipment on the ground. So
yeah,
because bands come from different places.
which is cool. I know that way. So there you go. There's part of your dream right there, Razorian, already coming true. So
yes,
we're gonna make it happen. We're behind you 100%.
All right, let's do this.
We got your back. I want to see. I want to see it fulfilled. Who can make this dream possible tonight? Right here live. Kind of turned into a telethon. It's been really cool talking with you tonight.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. It's
pleasure's ours, man.
It's been too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know that manic Monday music thing that we had all together was so awesome.
That was fun.
Yeah, and I think afterwards everybody got so busy with their channels and stuff. So it's good to get back together again.
It is.
There's gotta be a way to sync all the instruments up.
Yeah, it's so hard with the lag.
Think about it.
Even through, like, if we were to use OBS or anything like that, you know, it's you're always as strong as your weakest link on that. If one guy has a bit less of upload speed than the other,
we gotta like do it over like phone, and so it goes through one source onto the net or something. I don't know. I'll brainstorm. I'll think about it.
Yeah, I gotta think about it. We were thinking of bringing it back up again, the Manic Monday, and do a second one at some point. There, Art Morbid was jumping on to come on, and a few other people as well. So we might do it sometime soon.
People seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was fun.
Play and hang out. It just was really fun, you know. Chill evening, so.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I said you talk on. I just got to send a message here. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I just because Laj was sending, and I couldn't see his message before. That's why. But it's all good. Yeah. Well, so your next, your plans about music. People are saying that they want to see more of your music. I wanted to tell you that I think it was couple of months ago when I went back to your older videos, and I was like, wow, this guy can make no.
It is no.
Because I kind of was under impression more that you were doing more lives. You have some videos, but you know, but then I went back to like the really older ones and some of the like documental styles, and I was even telling to Andrew, I'm like, wow, this guy can really make videos. Why is he not making more of them? Because at that point you kind of stopped for a while doing the videos per se. It was more live streams. And
you see my comments under some of them, because when you were watching a lot of mine, you know, when we were all kind of pushing, I went back and started your older ones, and that's when I was like, wow, this 20-minute one, what a documentary.
Exactly. And I was puzzled why you're not making them anymore. So I just wanted to say that I am very happy that you're back to making your videos, because really, I love your stuff.
Thank you. It takes a while to edit, that's for sure, but also, like, you know, I got my son looking after my mother, so things are always up in the air. So maybe there's like 5% of me being lazy as well.
Of course. Well, I mean, you got a lot of things on your plate.
Well, yeah, as like a creator, there's like 100 projects, and I could think of 100 more in 2 seconds. Like we already thought of a couple tonight, right?
Exactly. And that's what I like for that. You're great at projects like that. You're great at thinking ideas.
Yeah, I got lots of things I'm thinking about. I want to create perpetual motion. You know, people have been trying to do that for like 1,000 years. I was like, I could do that.
That's what I always say. Set attainable goals, people. That's always.
You always gonna try.
No, I like it. You know what I'm thinking for you? Honestly, you want an idea? I'm thinking of your own version of video, your own version of the show Corner Gas of where you live.
Well, it's hard because nobody else wants to be on video. It's always the problem I've had.
You could be all the characters into it.
Yeah.
Like, you know the fence you said between Saskatchewan and Alberta?
Yeah.
That's where you find your long-lost twin and you do the reverse videoing.
Oh, you know, that took forever.
Yeah, divided by the fence, you know, hoping to be reunited one day.
Oh my God, there would be such a story there.
Yeah. I miss you, eh? You know, like the real over-the-top.
Through the barbed wire fence, you know?
Yeah.
You have such a great setting there, right there.
Yeah. But that video I did with the about you guys' channel, that editing took like 3 weeks. It was rough because there's 3 stages of doing a clone where you clone yourself in a video. And the first stage is just you film yourself twice, one on one side, then once on the other side. You just cut the video in half and place them over top of each other. Then it's a little bit harder is where one clone hands the other clone an object or something. And Casey Neistat did that about probably 3 or 4 months ago with an apple. He's doing a Q&A and he had 2 of himself. He put the apple down and the other clone took a bite out of the apple. Yeah. And I knew how to do that because I watched a whole bunch of YouTube tutorials. So I was like, I want to do that just to prove I can do it. But then I decided to take it the step further, level 3, where one character actually walks right by the other character. And to do that, you have to take every frame, like every picture, and draw a mask around the character. It takes hours and hours and hours.
It was not for the faint of heart.
But it did turn out pretty good, though.
You did a very good job. And we were so honored that you had us in, like you mentioned in that video. Like, that meant the world to me, by the way.
Yeah, it was so fun. And thank you so much. It was fun watching, too. And that's why I'm like, yeah, he's back on making the videos. I love that.
and the bat as well. Like, I don't know. There's some really, really great stuff there. Really great.
Yeah, I got the bat here. I thought.
Oh, you did?
You guys might want to see.
Crazy thing. My God.
So this is from like The Walking Dead, right? There's a guy named Negan, and he has a bat like this. And it took me 2 days to make. And I found the video that I did for you guys. I did some B-roll footage, and some of that B-roll footage is at our local dump, and that's where I found the barbed wire to do this. It was at the dump. And my buddy gave me the baseball bat, and it just happened to be the exact baseball bat that he uses in the show.
Unbelievable.
It made for a good video. It was good. I liked it. I really, really liked it.
I have more stuff to smash, so I think that'll be my next video. But you know what, though? Somebody complained on that video. Well, they didn't complain, but they said you need to have eye protection. It's not, you're not being safe.
That's true, though.
And so what I did was I looked for my shades. I couldn't find them. So I made these ones out of Lego.
Oh, for the love of God.
So, yeah.
I've seen the picture, yeah.
There you go.
You thought of everything.
That's so crazy. I love that, though. It's very creative.
It is creative. You've got a great imagination for it. And I mean that. Like, because some people really struggle with that as 4 ideas. And you don't on that. You can seem to just kind of come on the fly in that. So
yeah, a lot of my videos, like I never script most of them. So like, sometimes I script a bit, but like a lot of time I don't even know what the video is going to be about. Like the older videos. So I have one called like what to do when you're bored or something. And I was like absolutely no idea. Let's just start filming. Then the editing process will
Oh, you cut out for a second. Sorry, we didn't.
I noticed that.
Watch this one. Bikini Rick. Oh Jesus! Oh my God! No, I took a second.
Oh my God, Rick, you got
my new channel.
You got Andrew. Oh my God, Rick.
I'm also listening to our guest here. Rick created a new channel for the Corn Life Network, Bikini Rick.
You got him. He's like checking. What is it?
Because I got to check if anybody comes in case to make sure they're not a troll or anything like that. So I can write on their site.
Oh, that was cool.
And then I opened it up. And then it's like, oh yeah, I know who this is. Regan was reading that too. Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't know what to make of it. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Here's a link I wanted to send you. Well, anybody can look at it. These guys are from Belgium, and they got lots of great ideas. And they're called cinecom.net, and they're growing pretty quickly. And they have like Copycat Friday, where they take a scene out of a movie and reconstruct it and show you how to do it yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they do like all like different levels of movies, but it's not like stuff that's so. I mean, you got to be a little proficient, but you don't have to be a master. And they show you step by step.
Oh, I know these guys.
Yeah, they do a lot of.
They have. I'm not cutting out, am I? I'm worried about my internet. So when I went to the website, I wasn't sure. But yeah, there's one he does that I want to do in my video where he's looking at himself in the mirror, but then this reflection moves.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're into special effects and making really cool videos, then it's definitely the channel to be on.
Oh yeah, and stuff, especially if you know, like, you know a bit about it, but you're not like, it's not Hollywood style. It's not like, you know, it's not over the top that you can't do it. It will take a little time, but it's not so out of reach. Because some of them are just like, okay, today we're going to try to do like the reenact the scene of Terminator, and it's all like CGI developed and that. These are things you can actually do.
Sometimes you go to a channel and it's like, how to use like how to put a car in your video. But then you go there and they're like, so first you pull out the 40-foot green screen.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I want to thank Mercedes for lending us the 320 today.
Yeah. You put the car in front of the screen.
Oh, it's that easy. God, no problem. No, I know some of them, go way too far. I mean, there's got to be levels for everybody, but
that channel does a really good job at kind of showing like if you had expensive equipment or if you don't have expensive equipment.
That's right. It's good at pushing the boundaries a bit, and I think that's important so you don't get stale, but like not too far out of reach that it discourages you.
Yes,
I
agree.
Right now, like I wanted to have the like lines moving, and he redid. There was I forget, a Bruno Mars video or one of them where he shows like the squiggles going down the guy's arms and that.
Oh yeah,
I don't need it exactly that, and that's a big point. There's a great example where I don't need exactly what they did there, but it helped me get to where I needed to go, and then I could put my own twist onto it.
Yeah, a lot of the tools are the same.
Not recreating everything you see, but using those parts to make your own thing as well.
Yeah, I really like using Adobe After Effects, and I've got like books and stuff on how to do stuff. And another one for Adobe After Effects is Video Copilot. Does a lot of cool videos.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love Video Copilot. Those things, the effects in some of them are absolutely phenomenal. Like I got a bunch of their plugins that I use and like explosion stuff. Unfortunately, I haven't used much of it lately, but I will be getting back hopefully into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Action Essential Pack that they sell on their website, and that stuff's pretty cool. They got explosions and gunfires and stuff.
Oh,
and sound effects.
The work that goes into that, like, you know, the stuff's expensive, but I mean, to capture these things, man, that's a whole ball of wax in itself, you know. It's a lot of work.
And then the more you do, the the longer the video takes, though.
Oh yeah, that is right. Or rendering power and everything else that goes with it. It's, you know.
Hey, I gotta ask you a question. Am I like full screen, or is it just a box?
No,
I'm full screen.
Yep.
Because on my videos, when I go on live on YouTube, I get the square, but I don't know. It seems to be the settings on the program, not the webcam.
Well, it's possible. I mean, it's your. It's I don't know, because that's usually what it's. You're the one who sets it usually.
But it could be setting on a webcam. Is it external one that you're using?
Yeah, it's like USB in.
Yeah, so it could be that too. It could be in the settings of your camera that has turned it into like 4x6 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I was trying to figure that out.
Go to settings, or either download the like a program for it. Usually they're all available online for free for your brand.
Yeah, like I got the drivers and stuff, but it just I don't know. If I go at OBS, I get the wide screen, but if I go on YouTube, I just get the short screen. I don't have the options to change it. It's in the, it's on the Google Hangouts, or it's in the YouTube, or it's in the OBS.
That would be the settings in the camera itself.
The default settings of some sort on your camera you have to change.
See, like we're using the Microsoft, what is it, the C920. So like I got the Logitech gaming software 9. So I use that to control the camera, to take off autofocus, to set all those things like that. So it's probably the same.
Yeah, Panic was saying something somewhere he has set to 4:3 instead of 16:9. We had that same issue for a little while. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't find the settings though, but I don't know. I'll keep looking.
Sometimes downloading the newest drivers or the control pack, go to the website for your whatever webcam you're using and downloading that will give you the options.
Like ours was going out of Zoom all the time.
Because when we put it in, if you do it automatically with the Windows drivers, it has autofocus on by default. So
yeah, I'm good.
And then when I downloaded the G-Tech software, then I was able to reset it, and then I could shut it off and stuff like that.
Oh, good.
I'm just gonna buy a new one. Who wants to buy me a new webcam?
There you go. We're gonna do that, and plus raise money so he can have his music, the bands to play with the venue already set. So I do hope works out for you. I think that's interesting.
Raise money for the band that shows up without gear. All the money goes to drinks.
Steph on the way out, she was saying good night to you.
Good night.
Oh,
darling.
Have a wonderful night. I thought she had already left. I said good night to her.
And Divine is going as well.
Yep. Oh. How are we doing on time? Is this usually where the show ends?
Yep, around this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Because, when you're on, time goes so much faster.
Oh, yes.
It's hard to tell.
Tonight. I'm so glad you came on tonight.
Me too.
Oh, best friend in your thread just came in.
We missed you. I even sent.
I guess we're here for another 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even sent a special message to Steph today. I said your brother is on today. So we were.
Yay, best friend. Over on one of my live streams, I was mentioning that it would be cool to use Google Hangouts to stream like a movie, and then just have everybody like watch the movie like as though you were in the same room.
Oh yeah. I love that.
No, but we didn't know if you get like copyright or something. But if you're not streaming it,
major movies.
Yeah, but if you're not streaming it on YouTube, and it's a private, right, hangout.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
So you get 5 friends together and you just watch a movie, right?
For the record, in case the gods are listening, it's hugely illegal. You can't do something like that. On the other side, I've heard if somebody probably did that, nothing would ever happen, and it would be an amazing experience.
Good answer.
There you go. See, Lodge is still... Lodge 5126 is saying, ask him to film that border fence for a video. See?
Okay.
That's a great video, man. I could just picture it in my head right now. I love it.
All right, then.
There
Done. Just for him.
And movie time from Reagan, best friend saying, let's do movie time. We're going to tag in movie time, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Movies. Movie time.
Some sort of... best friend in your thread, though, she's pretty much into porn, so I don't know.
But we could do like a private hangout, just like literally have popcorn and drinks and watch something, and it would be like we all would be together, like nice.
Yeah, well, the thing is
of getting everybody together.
Yeah.
Like you watch a movie on your television anyways, but if you did it through Google Hangout, then you'd have a bunch of the community with you. And the movie would just play on your screen like it would anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I love the idea. So if you guys doing that, send me a message.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Opal needs girl power. Actually, all the power. Nah, well, yes. Oh, good night. Oh, my God, please. Help you. We'll help you shine bright. You got all our power.
The computer was going on enough. See you soon, Opal.
Yes, have a good night.
You are right, Stephanie. She says RB has to be one of the kindest people I know. You are very true about that. we hold you guys quite, and this is corny, but we do hold you guys quite dear because we've all been in it kind of since the beginning, and that includes Stephanie as well.
Yes.
Nicole, a lot of you guys, we've been in it since the beginning. We've kind of all been there for each other, and I'm glad that even though it feels like years sometimes because it's been such a run, that we all still get together like this.
Yeah, I always say it's like we're sitting in a restaurant with each other.
That's right.
Kind of, it's like, hey, there's Steph over there. There's James over at the bar.
Yeah.
Saying hashtag give me a beer.
Jesus.
You know, but it's like a whole community. It's like still together.
It is. It is.
Yes.
It is. No.
Yeah.
You know, and we've had
you guys are great.
People messaging you and like privately and saying, you know, and I mean, I'm not sounding like saints, but like, you know, God, you guys have really helped us through a bad time in our life. People saying, you know, how much they look forward to it. There was a lot of things going on. Getting to see each other in different chats, and it's like, hey, it's like going to a concert and running into a good friend, you know. Hey, best friend and friends here. How you doing? Guess what? Xenia, I seen best friend in your place and stuff. And she's telling me, you know, oh, Razorian's here. And it's nice that we have some of us like that still are together after all of this. So
yeah, I feel really bad about the Night Shame situation.
Yeah, me too.
Awful.
Because he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes, and we were so looking forward to it, and it worked through the day. He was so worried it's not gonna work. It worked through the day. We did it with the test, but everybody jumped on it.
Really?
It was like afternoon, and then it didn't work, and it was awful. Because we were really looking forward to it, but it seems like we are gonna be doing like a recorded video with him, and then figure something out with that. So instead,
just build the hype.
Yeah.
But I was really like, I really was looking for, and I mean, you gotta hear his voice when he talks. You can't just, you know, it has to be there.
Especially with the face, because he's everything you wouldn't expect from the voice. You know, he's the voice is a 50-year-old Norwegian guy. You know, kid from Portland. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, but definitely getting back to him. He was saying there. By the way, be on the lookout. There is some trolls pretending to be him. So doing some nasty things.
That's what I was answering tonight. When you called me, literally the message had just come in.
Yeah,
so.
Some nasty things. So if you see Night Shame and it doesn't sound like Night Shame, report it and block
it. I think I saw Night Shame on Twitter, but it was spelled differently than his YouTube.
That's possible.
Well, yeah, check it out. Yeah, because that's what he said, and writing some nasty comments and stuff like that. So,
Art of Morbid, right? It is truly a great community. Reagan, live, laugh, love. I'm sorry, it's not your name tonight. I'm just half asleep. We've had a busy couple of days. We are all creative minds. That's why we click. 100%. Well said.
You wants to see Levi grow. They say.
Yeah,
sure.
They said that he is a one gifted child. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wondered how it worked. Like, if you could like pass on, like if something were to happen to me, how I pass on a YouTube channel or something like that, or you know, you can write down the password, but like to make it all legit.
I know for Facebook there is definitely, but I'm sure it was something in the rules and you know, in the YouTube, the big thing that nobody reads about that you can give, you can like give a pass, so to say, to somebody, and then they can take it over. So you're gonna go look in the room. Facebook for sure has it. You can actually claim it.
Marking your wishes even to have it shut down if you want.
Yeah, and you can actually like before your death, obviously, you can actually mark if you want it to be shut down if something happens to you and stuff like that. That's Facebook. But I'm pretty sure I was reading on YouTube too that there's in regulations the way you can do it. I mean, unless they know your password, and then it's just easier. You can just hide the password somewhere.
Hey, I just had an idea for a YouTube channel. How about like audiobooks that just read the terms of services for different sites?
Oh my God! You know, have you watched Family Guy?
Yeah.
You know that episode when Stewie puts Quagmire and down in the basement, and then on the TV, that's all there is the instructions for the remote control.
Okay, I haven't seen this one.
Oh, you got and it's just like that's all it is. It's just over and over and over. It's just reading loud the instructions for the remote control. Yeah, kind of like that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there is also sites. I think it was called Life After. I forget now, so don't quote me. But also where you can store your accesses to your social media, like under like cryptid lock or whatever. So then you know, things like that. Yeah,
I saw in like Unbox Therapy they have something like that for credit cards, where it's like every credit card in one, or Starbucks card, or all that.
Yeah,
that's trippy, and I don't know, that kind of scares me.
Yeah, I just was looking in Europe, like where I'm from. They just started because they try out different things more there because it's less population, less losses if something goes wrong. But they started this sticker. So like now we have, you know, iPay or whatever, the Android Pay thing with the phone. Well, this one is a step further. It's a sticker. So you can put it on your hand, you can put it on the bottom of the glass, whatever, and you just, you know, you just hold the sticker and it pays.
Well, didn't they have something similar to that? They had the Verichip that they were implanting in people.
Yeah,
stuff.
So that idea, but this one you don't put it inside yourself. It's just stick on anything, you know. Stick it on your head. You're too drunk in a bar, somebody can swipe it.
Yeah.
It's like $10,000 bill.
Yeah. I don't know exactly the details of how it would be that it's not getting abused, but that's what they just started to implement, to have the sticker instead of like iPay and things like that. So
that's a good idea. If you have like something like in your wallet that's like the sticker will only work if it's like 3 feet away from you.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Something like that.
They don't have to take it out. You just, you know, I think it's a good idea. It's easier, I think. And same as with passports, it should be really, you know, somehow embedded into us by now.
Yeah. Please don't get started tonight.
I think we should. I always think about that, like playing in bands and stuff. There's sometimes I've been in a band and they're like, oh, there's lots of time. You got till 2 o'clock in the morning. So just play through all the songs until we start sucking even more and more and more until there's nobody there. And then you're like looking around. You're like, should have just ended the set. Back when there was like 100 people watching.
Yeah. All right, for the third time tonight is Johnny Be Good.
Yeah.
The jam with the extra long session of like 10 minutes of solos just noodling around.
I've done that where it's like, well, we already played this one tonight, but we have a different crowd because that was 4 hours ago. So we could play it again and no one will know.
The guys that were asleep at the bar finally woke up, so they'll get to hear it for the first time.
The bartender does.
I always think of that song by Blue Rodeo. I know a lot of people like Blue Rodeo for different songs. I'm not their biggest fan. But that song, What Am I Doing Here, is got to be the best song that ever summed up what it's like to be in a band and not making any money. Have you ever heard that?
I don't know it. No, never heard it.
He wrote it one night. They were in, I think, Wisconsin or somewhere. And he was talking about it. He said, you know, we're out on one of those fairgrounds like we were talking about. You know, nobody's listening. Nobody cares. Half of them are drunk and they're slurring around and throwing beer cans. And he wrote the song, and it's like the line goes, on this useless night, with you so far away. And then he writes, I stand in front of this Ferris wheel, and I wonder, what am I doing here? And that's the chorus into it. And all the drunks just stumble. All the drunks just stumble by and mumble their abuse. Tell me, what is the use? And then I wonder, what am I doing here? And you can just see him writing it, like sitting on the side, like nobody cares anyway, so all right. But it really sums up what it's like to play and nobody giving a shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's disheartening. Because you're putting everything into it on stage, you know?
Yeah, I know. And I always say, like, play for 5 people like you're playing for, you know, 1 million people. Give those 5 people the same show.
That's right.
Don't be like, oh, there's only 5 people here, so I don't care. I'm just gonna get hammered or something.
That's like in the, you know, that's like in the music industry. We said that joke. What's the difference? What's the difference between a rock musician and a jazz musician? A rock musician learns 3 chords to play in front of 40,000 people. A jazz musician learns 40,000 chords to play in front of 3 people. Yeah.
Awesome. I've never heard that before. That is awesome.
Yeah. Kind of sums the whole thing up in a nutshell.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, it's been so much fun, my friend.
You guys are awesome.
Oh,
thank you.
Very awesome,
friend. And thank you very much for your support right from the get-go. It has really been appreciated. I hope you get the same out of us.
Yeah, definitely, of course. And I also the chat. Gotta thank the chat for hanging out and being so awesome.
Oh, well, some good ones were in tonight, and some good followers of yours as well came by, which we really do appreciate. So, and I would say some of ours go to yours, but so many of ours already know you very well, which is a good thing, I guess. So.
Yeah, I think so.
You're a staple in a lot of the chats. Everybody likes you. You're like Stephanie said tonight, you know, you're one of the kindest people that we know in here. And that's very true. It's
hard to keep up these days, but still making it happen.
It is a grind, eh?
Yeah, the other day I was your show last night. I got the notification and I went on and I went to the chat. It's like there's no chat. This is the replay. Oh my gosh, I missed the whole thing.
Oh no. That happens. Yes, that happens. But the notifications are so stupid too lately. Yeah. Some people I know panicked. He got 3 days later.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I gotta go do a photo shoot.
Yes.
Please do that. Please do that hashtag Blue Wrench group with those. I would love.
I will.
That is fun. Artem Orbit says have a great evening at Razorian Buck. It's been awesome checking this out. So.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
And Ghostly Iron Pistol, yes, I learned more about everyone. Well, that's great. I love hearing that.
Yeah, more lemons. And have a good Father's Day on Sunday.
Oh, I didn't even know. Thank you.
There you go.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye. Cheers for now.
Bye.
Oh, God, I almost this is one of those ones tonight. It just felt like, you know, sometimes we say we were talking on the other side of a table.
Yeah,
it's just like I told him, it's like leaning on your guitar when you played for a while and just chatting with him. He's such a great person.
You know, it's just also it's nice sometimes to hang out with our oldies, so to say. You know, because as Andrew was saying, we all kind of started, you know, at the same time, and we're you know, on each other's channels and things like that, supporting each other, and you know, then. It's almost like, you know, going to school and then kind of going out and then coming back, coming, kind of, that's how it feels like, you know, because you don't get to hang out all the time, but then when you do, it's just nice.
Well, we jumped in this all around the same time, and we were the first bases of supporting each other. You know, we read each other's videos and stuff like that. And so it is nice to have Stephanie, best friend of your threads, been that to us as well. God love her. She's been amazing, you know. Artem Morbid, I mean, has been all of you guys, and then to meet new ones tonight. And like I say, anybody new, if you haven't and you like what we do, please subscribe and leave a comment so we can go check you out as well. It's always nice to have you here.
And yes, who needs notice from us? We're here every night at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's right. Thank you, Artem Orbit.
Yes, you have a great evening. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging with us. It's been such a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to have WV Motard on. He's a guy that knows everything about motorcycles. He rides them, he fixes them, and he plays drums and bass.
Yep.
So it's going to be
jack of all trades.
Yeah, it's going to be bike and music talk tomorrow. As I say, rough and tumble. It's a compliment.
You'd think so.
It is.
It also makes it sound like he's a toddler, but sure.
No, it's a compliment.
I'm sure. Well, that was
so
great.
That's tomorrow, and then Friday we have Colorado Martini on.
Yeah, that's gonna be really
together
good,
with her husband.
Yeah,
she just celebrated her. I think it was 30 years anniversary, wedding anniversary.
we're gonna be talking cocktails with her and stuff like
and
that.
things like that. So that's
Lodge, you have a really great
quite
night. Thank you so much for
amazing.
coming.
And yeah, so that's what we have Friday.
Yep.
And Saturday, we are going to have Mr. Cody Banner on, a guy who had his video on Peter McKinnon's video. Guess why? Go and check it out.
He was recommended to us by the one and only A. Joe. And when A. Joe recommends a channel, you got to go check it out. And yeah, he wasn't wrong, and we're glad to have him on. So
yeah, he has a busy schedule, and but he's a great great vlogger and video editor, and it was going to be so amazing to get inspired by his work as well. So and he has a great community as well, so hopefully bring some of the people from his creative video maker community for Saturday. That's going to be
so you guys will get to meet some, once again, like tomorrow night and that night as well, you get to meet some new people. So we do try to do that, keep things turning, bring out some, like Razorian Buck tonight was long overdue. It was long overdue to have him on. I'm glad we had him on tonight. And but also bringing in some new ones that you guys don't know, so there's always a good mix. So a good mix of the foundation and the new piece in the house. It can never go wrong. So
peace in a house.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Just to say hi to seven blessings, because they just came in. Yes. So we'll just give 2 minutes for them to mingle.
I hope you guys are fine.
These lights, I'm sweating so bad. Yeah. If we hadn't put on the fan, I'm telling you, I would have been a puddle. The humidity is going to be through the roof here for the next couple of days. I didn't get my wish for the downpour, so yeah, yay is right. Yay times 100.
I don't like summer, especially in Montreal. I don't like summer.
It's hot, humid. Like we say, it's north, but it's still comparable to Miami heat all summer here. You have a good night, Flub and Epic. You take care of yourself.
Good night, Panic D. And Friday, you're not going to be here. We know that. Yeah, I know. So be safe for Friday. I know you guys busy packing up for it. So
have a great time, guys. Have a great night. Thank you guys so much for coming. Oh, you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've let them know. And hope you can join us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Every night, 6 nights a week. We are here. We are hanging with you guys. Just always a blast. Always fun. There we go. Just moving this. Oh, hubby and baby are asleep. Take care, guys. Have a great night. Cheers. Love yous. Keep creating.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks for coming.